Vibrant Souls, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Vibrant Soul Tarot, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, my Vibrant Soul tribe. It's always great to have you here. So today's pick a card reading, we are going to be asking about the person on your mind, and we are going to be asking what it is that they truly want from you and want from this connection, and seeing what comes up. This one will have a look into the overall energies in the beginning. So we'll look at yours, theirs, the connection, and so on and so forth like that. So a little bit of a warning, this one will probably be on the longer side. So if you need to save it for later and come back when you have time, you can do that. You don't have to watch that part of the reading as well. You can skip to the other portion of it if you would like to. But the beginning portion can just show you things that you may need to hear or know about the energies right now, and it can also help you to make sure that this is your reading, okay? Because you will resonate with the part that is you for the most part. It is a general reading, so not every single detail, but overall you should see, hey, that's me, that's my situation, that's kind of how I feel, or that's exactly how I feel, whatever it is, right? But I'll leave it up to you to decide. So once again, thank you guys for being here. Also, thank you very much to those of you who are patient with me. Sometimes I take a little hiatus or I have a little longer breaks than I'm sure you and I would like in between the readings. But so just thank you for sticking around and being patient with me. I am back, and I can't wait to make more readings for you guys. So let's go ahead and get into this one, and let's look at the piles that we have here for you. So we have 3 piles today. We're going to start with pile number 1. Pile number 1, on top, we have this red moonstone here. And for the tarot deck, we have the family tarot. So that is going to be pile number 1. Then moving along to pile number 2, we have this really cool, unique sun and moon portrait little holder here. You can use it for whatever, but this is going to be the option for pile number 2. We also have for pile number 2 the crystal struck tarot. That is going to be the tarot deck that we're using in pile 2, okay? All right, and then last but not least, we have pile number 3. So pile number 3, we have this crown here, this like bedazzled crown. And for the tarot deck, we will be using the Accurate AF tarot. So these are the options here for pile number 3. Now, you can choose whichever pile you feel most drawn to. If you feel drawn to multiple piles, that's okay. There may be multiple messages in the piles for you. Maybe if you come back at a different time or a different date and the energy shifts, it could be a different pile as well. But I will just let you decide on which pile or piles you feel most drawn to and what you want to do and what you want to choose, okay? It's ultimately always up to you, so trust yourself. But with all of that being said, when you do have your pile or piles selected, I will post these timestamps for each one in the description box below for your convenience. Feel free to check it out. There will be a channeled song, which is kind of just like an add-on message to each pile as well. You can check that out if you want to. If you're wondering any of the names of the decks that will be used in this reading today, that will be in the description box too. Try to keep them in the same order. Sometimes I don't though, but the name will be there, okay? So yeah, other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to skim the description box. There's not too much information in there really, but like there are a couple frequently answered questions in there. So feel free to check that out if you would like. But other than that, I will see you guys at your reading. So I can't wait to see you there. Bye. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the family tarot here, or if you chose the beautiful red moonstone stone on top of the tarot deck, you have found the right place. So today we are asking about the person on your mind, and we are asking, what do they truly want from you and from this connection? So I hope you guys are comfortable. We are going to do a beginning portion which is basically just looking at your energy, their energy, and the energy of the connection, and getting a little bit of insights into that. You can skip this part if you want, and you can fast forward and go straight to the question of what they truly want, or you can sit and you can listen. There could be something you can get out of this. This can also help you know if you are at the right pile, because you should resonate for the most part with the you portion and kind of what's going on between you and them. Okay, it is a general reading, so not every detail may resonate, and that's okay. But like I said, for the most part, you should feel like this is your situation. But feel free to do whatever it is your little heart desires. We are going to begin. I just want to set the intention before we begin this reading though. So Spirit, if you can please tune me in to my Pile 1's collective energy and the collective messages here for Pile 1 in regards to this person on their mind, in regards to what's going on with them, the overall energies, and anything that they need to know in regards to that, Spirit, please. And then also, can you please show us the truth of what this person truly wants out of them and out of this connection? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Oh, I put these all together. Okay, so I believe you're on top. So we're going to start with you. We're just going to lay it all out there and talk about it, okay? So the first card we have for you is Soul Retrieval. The next card we have is Pallas Athena. We have Sadness. And we have the Child. These two represent, so the first one represents the overall energy of the connection between you and them. So we have the Hammer, which says sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, and repairing. This one represents the overall energies between you and them. We have Clock. So needing time, cycles takes time to heal, and progressing. Okay, and these are their cards that represent them. So the first card we have is, this is a duality card, and it landed on the Fated Life rather than the Destiny Life here. Ooh, something's coming to mind really important about that. The next card we have is the 12th house. We have the Breast Pump. And we also have Caution. Interesting. Okay, where do I want to start? I'm kind of feeling like I might go a little bit back and forth, but we can start with you. The first thing I noticed with the Child and Sadness is that this connection may have brought you an array of all different types of feelings at different points in time, right? Like the whole type of spectrum, whether that's the fun, the beauty, the love, you know, and then also the heartache and things like that. The Soul Retrieval card represents that you are, I feel like this whole energy represents that you are in a place of tremendous healing. I do want to say though, your soul in many different ways is right now calling out to you. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong or anything like that. In fact, you're probably exactly where you need to be when it comes to listening to this energy. But I think that your soul wants you to get a little bit out of your head and immerse yourself in what is happening right now. How are you feeling? What is going on? What do you truly want right now? Your needs are very important at this time, and I think Spirit's like, make sure that you're checking in with yourself, that you're taking care of yourself, that you are giving yourself whatever it is that you can give to yourself at this time. Not necessarily what another person can give you, but what you can give. And that could mean something different for all of you. You get what I'm saying? But I do think that I just heard rewind the clock on your end. And so it feels like you right now are, it's like you're meeting parts of yourself again that, specifically with the Soul Retrieval card too, that's a very potent energy. And it talks about us and parts of ourselves that we may have left behind, or unhealed parts of ourselves throughout our childhood or things like that, that we're once again meeting for almost, it feels like with fresh eyes for the first time again. And I think that there's very important things and feelings in your energy that are surfacing, and you don't have to run from them. You don't have to avoid them. I think you don't really have to do much except for just acknowledge them, sit with them. And Spirit is saying within that, you are working through them. Because sometimes when we think of like, oh, how do we heal? How do we do this? It feels like we got to have a checklist, right? And really, it's kind of just working through it, just going through it. And if you are going through it, like feels like this is a hard time for you right now, I just want to say that you will overcome. And this profound healing feels so strong. It feels so important that it's almost like you're, I know this sounds so deep and so out there, so forgive me guys if it sounds like, what the heck are you talking about? It's almost like you're starting over again. You're rebuilding yourself. And it feels like there's a future version of yourself that's coming through here, and maybe even in your energy that's coming through here and really, really, really guiding you and really trying to show you that there's a whole nother side out there. Like there's a whole nother horizon. Like the sun is coming up and there's all of these beautiful things, and thankfully because of your strength and your resilience and your choices too. Even if you feel like you haven't made the best choices, your choices are leading you there. And again, there's so much emphasis for some reason about not putting too much pressure on it. Don't overthink it. The soul is leading you. The soul is here. The soul is guiding you. The soul is nurturing you. You don't have to overthink it, overanalyze it, because that makes it more confusing, if that makes sense. We do have the Pallas Athena energy here, which is all about thinking. And so you may be in this energy of thinking, of trying to figure it out. What's right for you? What do you want? What should you do? We have the rebuild here. This could be something that you and this person are currently trying to do, is like rebuild this connection, or this could just be something up in the air, is what I'm hearing with that too. A possibility. It could also be here because maybe both people have been kind of wanting that, or at least putting energy towards that as well. But I'm also drawn to the sabotage and rebuild too, and that makes me think of this, that first message with this person, that faded life. I can't remember the exact quote, but I'll try to say something along the lines of it. So we're gonna move to theirs. We'll go back and forth, like I said. We're gonna move to theirs. So it's a specific quote from Carl Jung, and it talks about like us with our unhealed traumas or things within ourselves that we haven't fully looked at, like the unconscious, right? And if we're not aware of those, or if we're not consciously making these decisions, our unconscious and our unhealed wounds will make it for us, and we will call it fate. We'll call that destiny, or we'll call it fate, but really it's ourselves, and it's our unconscious patterns and our unconscious wounds that are making these things happen, or they're the ones that are in the driver's seat. And I feel like with this energy, and maybe what's happened between you and them, or what's going on between you and them, there is a little bit of that in the mix. I do think with the caution, this person is very cautious about what they should say, what they should do. The 12th house energy could mean that they may have seemed a little aloof. They could be spending a lot of time by themselves right now. But also the 12th house energy, I feel it can also be like this soul retrieval energy, where both of you are going through this kind of mysterious, unknown, but yet very profound energy. And spirit is definitely in the mix of this. I feel like spirit is trying to comfort you. And of course, it's not like this spirit doesn't love this person or anything like that. That's ridiculous. Spirit is trying to comfort you, and spirit is trying to push this person into a little bit more of an uncomfortable, like get out of your comfort zone type of energy is what I'm seeing here. Another thing too, we have 2 12s. We have the 12th house and we have 12. So 12 could be very significant. 12/21, 21, the month of December too. But what you may not see with this breast pump is that this person is unknowingly, whether it's unconsciously to them or it's unknowingly to you, they've been giving a lot of energy to this situation, which makes me think, especially with this cautious in the 12th house, there's been a lot of mental energy, there's been a lot of emotional energy too, but it makes me think that okay, so I'm hearing too from this breast pump, the ducts are clogged too. So this person has their own blockages right now when it comes to expressing themselves, when it comes to this connection, but they can't help but to still give this life force energy to it. I feel like there's a lot of contemplation between both sides here. And another thing about this fated life versus destiny life card is that the fated life is what we feel we have to do, or things that are like engraved in us. Like an example would be like, you know, we have to go to school to do this, right? Because that's what our parents want for us. And I think that there's a lot of conditioning with this person that is influencing this, kind of like that Carl Jung quote, you know, like we'll think that we're doing it, but it's really things that we haven't uncovered yet, or we haven't brought to light or made conscious yet. And the destiny life is what the soul wants for you. So it kind of makes me think that right now, when it comes to this connection, this person's actions aren't 100% aligned with what their soul truly wants. And your soul is here coming through to ask you almost the same thing. Like, what is it that you truly want? There's a message coming through of like a reminder of we can't control anyone else and we can't heal for anyone else. We can't make anyone else do anything. But what do you truly want? Or what is going on with you? I feel like, yeah, your soul kind of wants you to just take a little bit of time out without like kind of removing like the logic, the time, all of these things, you know, and just breathe and sit. And this could just be a time period for you as well too. I feel like with the child as well in your energy, this is also equating to you've been doing a lot of inner child healing. I feel like this is also you just reminding yourself too that I deserve to be happy. I want to be happy and I want to be free and I want to express myself in connections without feeling condemned, without feeling like I have to guard myself all the time, or without feeling like I am not enough. And that is your inner child coming through to say, hell yeah, I do. and I feel like there's such a loving, nurturing energy coming from this here too, of like what it is that you deserve. And anything that you're currently kind of experiencing or going through right now, I think your soul wants you to surrender to this experience and allow it to work through you and allow it to do what it does to you. And that doesn't always make sense right now and right then. And you know what I'm saying? But it feels like there's, again, a higher perspective, your higher self, your future self, that is very, very potently like nudging you here at this time. Okay, so the overall energy between you is clock takes time. I think that there feels like between both sides, there's things that both of you want to see. There's answers that both of you want to seek. Is this person like them? They may not be asking the right questions. They may not be delving as deep. They may not even be doing anything about it, right? But there's still things that they want to know. For some of you, the clock that takes time, if you're like with the sadness here and like in this very, like how we said, potent energy, I think that you have a natural understanding and a knowing of the fact that in time things will be revealed. In time things will, whether it's lighten up or, you know, you're working through it. You get what I'm saying? And I think that this person is curious on what time will tell. Whereas like this time on yours is like, well, whatever happens, I know I'll be okay. Yeah, I know, like yeah, I know what I wanted from this situation or what I want from this situation. But again, like we said, you can't make anyone do anything and stuff like that. So in time, you know, sometimes we do just need to take a little bit of time and space for ourselves. And I think that's what your soul is leading you. Whereas this person, whereas this person is feeling a little bit of an urge, but yet this caution is making them hesitant. But like I said, with this, there's a curiosity to that. So again, with this hammer, both parties, or one or the other, or you may just be right now wanting to really work on this or rebuild this situation, whether or not it's been sabotaged. Some of you may feel that that's not the right thing to do too, but it just depends. But I do think it's even a ring here. I just noticed that too. It's a ring that they're building as well, which can represent a new cycle or a commitment or things like that. And this could also just be the desire for both of you just really wanting to make this work, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the issues that keep surfacing. And I'm sensing like frustration with that too, of like, why can't it just go the way that I want it to go? Why can't it just do what it's supposed to do? You know? And I totally feel that as well. But I feel like with the soul retrieval on the 12th house, there is this mysterious spiritual energy and this healing as well. The 12th house can also represent suffering too. It represents all things unseen, right? And the unknown and stuff. And it represents spirit as well. But I can't help but to feel like there is a little bit of suffering coming from that specific person, specifically with the breast pump here too. But they're just, I think cautious is a great word for it. They're just very hesitant, very cautious to, I just heard too, see what's on the other side. And that could be stepping out of that comfort zone, acting in their, like what they truly want, not what they feel like they have to do, not what they feel like they should do. I feel like there is some fear surrounding that as well. It is crazy, guys. I was not expecting it to be this deep right off the bat. Hello, pile one. But I feel like here, even the child on your side, I'm sorry for those of you that may not be watching the video, on your side, the child is smiling and the moon is smiling back. I feel like even though there's like this complexity of emotions and stuff, I feel like you're really starting to get really in tune with your emotions and stuff. And I think I just heard no more running as well. No more running from this pain, no more trying to avoid it, no more of this. You're like, this is what it is. And I feel like that is surrender too. And I do think there is a bit of mystery with what time holds between you and them. Okay. The zodiac sign of Pisces could be significant here, but we'll get more confirmation, zodiac signs and initials and stuff like that later on too. Is there any other messages, Spirit, before we move on to what this person truly wants? I just heard for some of you too, if the best thing you can do is kind of just take it one day at a time. If that feels good to you, if that feels comforting to you, then you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all don't have to have all of the answers and know all of the answers right now, specifically too with all of this like spiritual energy. I know it can sound so confusing, and that's something that I think I've struggled with too. Obviously, I'm a very spiritual person, but like at the same time, I'm a very logical person, and that balance between both, and also the ego and the soul too. Like, I am also sometimes a very impatient person, and it's like I want to have it all figured out, or I feel like I should have it all figured out. I feel like I should know. And again, I'm going back to, there's a future version of yourself that is guiding you to the answers. Like, you will know, you will see, and stuff like that. But if it may still seem confusing or a little fresh, or, and if this person may have caused confusion as well too. And I think that that's because they're a little confused, they're a little torn, they're a little in the in-between, so to speak, here too. Yeah. Okay, let's grab this tarot deck. We have the Queen of Wands and the Devil right off the bat. Capricorn energy. We're going to get some channel messages too, but we're going to get the tarot to see. Spirit, what does this person truly want from pile 1 in this connection? What do they truly want from pile 1 in this connection, Spirit? I kind of want to move these cards. I think I'm going to pause it. I'm going to move these. Okay, you're seeing in real time. And like, never mind. My indecisiveness. I was going to do it, and then Spirit was like, no, because I think that the messages, I think I need some of the cards out to reference certain things. So that's how it is. That's how it works sometimes. All right. What does this person truly want from pile 1, Spirit? Ooh, I just heard anger, but I was looking at your side. And I heard anger. Oh, they could want, for some of you, this person could want a reaction from you, or there's something that feels very validating about them getting that reaction that they want from you. I'm not saying you have to give it to them. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, Spirit, what does this person truly want from pile 1 in this connection? We'll pick some cards, don't worry. We have the 7 of Cups. What does this person really want from pile 1 in this connection? We have the King of Pentacles. King of Coins here. We have the Devil coming out. I saw that card like 3 times. Capricorn could be significant, although it doesn't have to be. And we have the 7 of Swords. Ooh, that's kind of, that message right there was a little profound as well. Clarifying the 7 of Cups. We also have 2 7s here. Clarifying the 7 of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups. Uh-oh. Whoopsie daisy. Let me grab this real fast. I believe this is the World card. Oh, it's either that or Judgment. This one doesn't have a name on it. I'm not going to go through the whole deck, so we'll just read intuitively at that point. Clarifying the Devil card here. What does this person truly want, Spirit? We have the 6 of Coins. Clarify the 7 of Swords. We have the Ace of Coins. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. So the zodiac sign of Cancer could be significant as well. What does this person truly want? Now, this answer, I'm hearing it might be frustrating to you because there could have been things that this person wants that you've done. So just keep that in mind, okay? I feel like this person, deep in their heart, there's something that truly wants to be chosen. Chosen for them, chosen for... It's like chosen for who they truly are, but at times this person struggles. We can see that with the Seven of Swords here too. At times this person struggles with showing that. And that can also be very frustrating as well. Another thing that this person truly wants with the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups is I feel like it's something that they've fantasized about when it comes to relationships for a really long time. There's almost this idealism of how a connection should be, of how a partner should be. And the Queen of Cups could be somebody that's always caring, understanding, and there for them and accepts them regardless of what they do. And it doesn't feel like a no accountability, but at the same time, it kind of does. So I feel like no wonder why there was like that trigger warning of this might be a little frustrating. Another thing that they truly want to do too is, or they truly want from this situation and from you, is to be 100% vulnerable. And I think when it comes to making decisions from the heart, this person struggles a lot with that. And I think that this is something deep within them. I am picking up again on there's like this fantasy and this idealism, I guess, of what they feel relationships look like, what they feel like they should be. This perfect picture of it's everything kind of just going smoothly, everything just kind of working out in this way. I don't know why I just heard propaganda. Okay, maybe this person has a little bit of the wrong idea about that. That was really random. And what they really want is to be seen as somebody of value with the King of Coins here and this World or Judgment card. Do you feel like this is Judgment now? I think that's why I stopped using this deck so much, because there's like, they don't have names to that, and there's no guidebook either. But hey, like I said, right, we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, I think that they want to be seen in a light that reflects how they truly feel about themselves. They want to look like somebody, they want you to see them as somebody who is reliable, who has a lot to offer, with this King of Pentacles, like all of those kind of things. Somebody who has value, somebody who's successful, somebody who, and I think that if they don't truly feel like that within themselves, there could be tendencies to sabotage. And I feel like this person idealizes things to the point where they have a tough time looking at the truth of themselves, right? And we kind of saw that with the Destiny life and the Fated life. This is what I should be, but this is who I am. And there comes and needs a level of self-acceptance to this too. We're looking at that shadow side, looking at the unconscious. Now I see why Spirit wanted me to leave it here. and looking at all of those things, right? And I feel like they want to be judged so highly in such a high light. And maybe this person doesn't know why they do some of the things that they do, or why they say some of the things that they say. And I think that they uphold themselves to a really high standard. And if they fail to meet it, it affects their self-esteem as well. The propaganda could be like some of, like what you see online about like how men or how women should be. you know, that kind of like unhealed masculine versus unhealed feminine type of energy that kind of goes together. Like the unhealed masculine is like, I need money, I need a car, I need to be praised, I need multiple partners, I need all of these things, you know, that sometimes young men are fed from the beginning. And then like the women, sometimes the unhealed side of that is like, well, I need a man that's going to give me all of those things, like provide and like with a luxury lifestyle and blah, 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 right? When in reality, and I think that's why that propaganda word came through so strong, because all I heard was propaganda. So I was like, okay, I guess we'll get into that later. And I do feel like that's, and it could just be conditioning from society in general. And but when it comes to reality, like the true masculine traits and the true feminine traits quite literally remind me of like, okay, so like a true masculine traits remind me of the energy of a really good father, right? Someone who loves and wants to do whatever they need to do to like protect their family, or like, and then also be a supporting partner. And this could, and I'm saying divine feminine, I just realized too, no gender roles, so however it fits you too, right? And we all have both of them, right? And then like, to me, the divine feminine is like the traits of a good mother, right? Very nurturing, caring, somebody that you can depend on. And when it comes to that, and they work together so well, right? It's almost like they fit perfectly, right? And to create this balance, to create this energy of like a good thriving environment. And so for some reason, I feel like I'm going off on this because I feel like this person may have ideals that aren't truly aligned with what their soul is wishing for, or what their soul knows they can have. And what their soul knows they can have is far much better than anything else that their ego can provide. You get what I'm saying? And I think that I think that that's coming through again here too, because this could be something that this person needs to figure out or work through, or be shown. It could be shown through you or experiences, you know, all that kind of stuff here too. I am sensing a lot of ego here with what this person really wants. And sometimes we can't help but all live through our ego, you know, at times. Like, it's just how it kind of works. Sometimes it's inevitable. But the reason why I'm sensing a lot of ego here too is because with the devil and the 6 of coins, I think one of the things that this person really wants from you and from this connection is to be as obsessed, or to be as stuck on them as they feel they are you. And whether they show that or not, there is this energy of that, or like they want you to want them just as much as they want you. And whether or not you show that, or you've shown that to this person, I truly feel like they may still feel like that's not the case because of how this person is feeling within themselves. Like an example of this would be like, okay, maybe these really strong feelings that they have for you are new. Like they're not used to feeling that strong, or they're not used to being that obsessed with something, or they're not used to it going that way, right? And so they're like, and like if you're able to take your own space and seem fine, regardless of like, you know, you're taking care of yourself, and maybe even if you're not fine all the time, you know what I'm saying? There's something in their mind that's like, why don't they need me as much as I need them? Or why aren't they obsessed with me? Why aren't they feeding me what I need? You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's an innate desire with this devil card here too for you and for this connection. And I think what they really want is just to see that back. And I know, because I know that kind of sounds bad, but I think that they truly want you to be like obsessed with them and things like that, which, you know, it's okay for two people to be equally obsessed with each other, and that's fine too. But there's something here that feels like they need it, or they need this validation. And I think it kind of, it may be blocking, getting in the way. Like it's almost like there's this voice that's telling them, well, they don't care about you enough because they would do this. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, it's kind of like blindfolding them to what is actually happening. And I think that, like I said before, and in their overall energy, it feels like they're not asking the right questions. They're not delving into the right things at this time. Not saying they never will. This could be a part of their process, you know, most definitely. Like, they eventually, you get what I'm saying? But it just feels like the energy right now. Another thing that they truly want with the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Coins, I'm definitely picking up on. This feels like an honest talk with you. This feels like an opportunity that they feel they can put everything to the side. They can show up authentically. They can get the truth from you too. They want something that they can see as true, and they can see as real. The profound one that came out when the Seven of Swords came out was like, I just want to be able to trust. I just want to be able to know. I just want to be able to know that this is something that isn't going to hurt me, that this is something that isn't going to deceive me. I want to know that I can trust myself as well. I want to know that if I see an opportunity and I see a relationship for what it truly is, which could be the one, which could be everything that I've ever wanted, that I don't completely fuck it up. And that I can trust the other person. It feels like what they truly want is something that isn't fake. What they truly want is something that is real, that is honest, and it truly, truly, truly what they feel love should be. And the ironic part too is there's some things that they're kind of unmasking and working through on what they feel love should be too. You get what I'm saying? So, why is this so deep, guys? This is nuts. Another thing too, though, is something that they could truly want with this Ace of Coins and the Seven of Swords is a new opportunity to get things off on the right foot. And no games, no lies, no bullshit. Just two people coming together and I want to say seeing what it do. I don't know why. Seeing what it do. That's going to take a tremendous amount of courage from them as well. I think that's not necessarily anything that you could do, or you can, of course, like you got to play a part in that too, but that's just as much as that a work from that person as it is from this one too. Wow. Let's get some channel messages now to see more insights on what this person truly wants. When we said truly, we meant like soul deep, apparently. Where the soul came through and the higher self came through to say, they think that they want this, but they have no idea sometimes. And that's the case for all of us at some part in our life too. Like, even though that sounds like, oh, like that's bad or whatever, I remember going through, you know, when you grow and you experience and stuff, like the things that I thought that I wanted or that I thought should be what you need in relationships, turns out, nope, I guess not. You know what I'm saying? It's just the kind of the natural unveiling of the human process too, like the unmasking and stuff. And we can grow into that as well. Spirit, what is the message for something that this person truly wants? From pile 1. I just heard they want to be honest. They truly want to be honest. They want to be frank. And with this King of Pentacles too, I think that there's a part of them that truly wants to be the best version that they can be. But like what we were talking about before, if there are some things that aren't aligning with that, it's harder. And with the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups, I'm getting another message too of like they want you to act the way that you act in their fantasies. Like, and there's a logical part of them that knows, like, it's not like they're being like that ridiculous, but like they can't help but to want to see a side of you that they think about, they fantasize about. And on even another note too, they want to be able to choose and trust their choices in relationships, to where they're able to find the person, and whether they think that's you or not, they're able to find the person that will love them the way that they've always wanted to be loved. With compassion, you know, with the understanding and like the vulnerability. And I think that this person doesn't trust sometimes their choices, and this could be due to past choices of people or past mistakes that they view. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Spirit, what is a message for what this person truly wants from pile 1? Crows can be very significant to some of you right now, or birds. Ooh, I am jealous and possessive. We had the devil card here too. Ooh, another thing that they want to, okay, they want to see the side of, okay, we were talking about that. They want to see the side of you that is like obsessed, is jealous, is obsessive. Again, I'm not saying you have to show this or anything like that, but they also want to express that side of them. They want to show you sometimes how they truly feel without the fear of being judged or without the fear of being left on red or any of those things too. And I feel like that's one of the things, again, that this person kind of struggles with, is expressing themselves openly and authentically, how they feel in the moment, what's going on with them right now. You know what I'm saying? I think that they tend to hesitate or overthink. And of course, they want to see that side of you, because of course they want to know that the person that they want wants them too. But also, yeah, Spirit's saying it makes this person feel really good that if you were to be like super jealous or possessive, or be like, I want you and no one else and blah blah blah. But again, you do what you want to do. You do what you feel like you should do. Spirit, what is something that this person truly wants from pile 1 in this connection? Ooh, yeah. I knew that one was coming through when I saw the devil like 3 times. I was like, did they want you to freaking be obsessed with them? Oh my gosh, speaking of that, if anyone's listening, which I don't know, you're here, obviously you are. I just saw the movie Obsession. What do we think, guys? I loved it. I thought it was so creepy. I thought it was like very unnerving. I thought it was really good at the same time. I thought it was kind of funny. I've been seeing reviews about it. It's a lot of people, it's like a love-hate thing. I loved it. What is something that, because we're talking about all this obsession, and I was like, oh my god, I literally saw it like 2 days ago, okay? And the uncomfortable feeling of seeing it with your boyfriend. That was pretty funny too. Like, I mean my boyfriend. Okay. I'm sorry guys, focus. You know me. Look at this. Okay, so another thing that this person really wants from you and from this connection, it says, I don't care about what other people think anymore. I want you. They want to be wanted. They want to, like, didn't we say that? There was a message of that, of like, all the bullshit aside, nothing else, just like coming together with this, whatever this is, like an offering or a new opportunity, a seed to be planted. You get what I'm saying? There's also butterflies around there. And I think that this person also doesn't want to care about what other people think, and they don't want to care about anything else except for what they want. acting according to that. Again, the destiny life and the fated life, what they feel they should do versus what they actually truly want to do. Okay, you know what? We're going to get 2 more. Call to the bottom of the deck. Are you real? They want to know if they can trust. They want to know if this is true. If they want that certainty, which sometimes you flat out just can't get until you see it through. Like, you can say all the right things, you can do all the right things, but if somebody is paranoid, if they're not able to trust, or they have all these inner feelings coming to the surface of usually it's caused by intensity, I'm not gonna lie. It usually is caused by the intensity of your feelings, and it not being matched, and it not being given back to them. And so they wonder, is this even true? Is this real? Is this what I think it is? Or is it another deceitful? Is it another heartache? Is it another painful event? And so I think one of the things that they truly want from you is just to know if they can trust you, or if they can trust themselves. And like I just said, sometimes you can't prove that. Like, I think a lot of us have been in situations where the other person is not able to trust, and you can, like I said, you can do anything and everything to try to show them, but they have to believe it within themselves. They have to see it. So what is something, Spirit, that this person truly wants from pile 1 in this connection? We have, I can't be the person you need me to be. And we also have, I don't know how I feel. Bottom of the deck, quick flash. You are my soulmate. Let's get one more and then we'll talk about them. I already have things that I want to say about this. I feel like one of the things that they truly want is to be the person that you need them to be. But I think that, and to know what they're truly feeling, to know how you're truly feeling. No wonder why I was picking up on so much curiosity from this side, because I feel like a lot of the things that this person wants too is not only this, but it's answers. And like I said, it's that certainty. And with that King of Pentacles, that makes me feel like those messages before of like, this person wants to be a person that you view as the ideal partner, or the things that they want to be seen as. Like I said, like a good companion, somebody who's reliable, somebody who, whether that's trustworthy, somebody who has a lot to offer, who has some sort of stability, even if it's more than just financial stability, you know what I'm saying? And they may deep down crave stability. And if they aren't getting that back, or if it's not being reflected back, there could be something that's unstable within themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of reflecting back to them, and that could also be through their own actions too. Like with the hammer of sabotage and rebuilding is something that you see from this person or from this connection here. There's something here that they need to provide for themselves, or just provide in general, to have that stable sense of security, that stable sense of stability. You can't just want things all the time and then not give, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's with I don't know how I feel. The bottom of the deck here is show me you care. So we've seen that, we've talked about that multiple times too. They want the answers, they want the truth of how you feel. Even if you've told it to this person, maybe they just want to freaking believe it, you know? And then they want to see something from the other side of like, and remember what I said, that this could be frustrating for you if you feel like you have, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. As I'm seeing it, as I'm looking at it, it's like, what does this person want from this connection? They want all of the things that a good connection can provide. And I would say most of all, they want validation. They want validation. They want all the things that a good connection could provide. But yet, sometimes I feel like they're deeply unsettled with that at the same time. And I think that that's why the first message too of that, like, well, when you have unconscious things that are kind of like making you do things and you don't have the awareness towards it, you're blindly doing it and you're calling it your choices. You know what I'm saying? Just like bringing the awareness. If you lack a certain awareness to certain things within you, and this is something that healing brings out all the time, that we all go through all the time. If you lack certain awareness to things, it feels like you're stuck or you're in a cycle, right? And you feel like you don't have control over certain things. When you do bring awareness to certain things, or you find that you're actually responsible for a lot of these, or you bring the responsibility inward to this, and you see, oh, okay, this is what I've been needing to bring awareness to, you know, and then you decide to do it or not, then it's a choice. Awareness makes it a choice. Not being aware of it makes it a pattern, a cycle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's get some confirmation for you guys. Some more zodiac signs, and then just one more message, another thing that they truly want, which I think we kind of did go on about this, but as I'm staring at this, another thing they truly want is to have something, to have this beautiful opportunity, to be able to hold it, to trust it, to value it, to take care of it, and for it to be what they truly want it to be, and for it to not be deceiving, for it to not hurt them, for it to not, for like you or this connection or whatever it is that they're feeling very passionate about, which we can tell here that they are. They want it to be real. So we have Capricorn as the first sign. Ooh, we did that with the devil energy as well. Oh, don't fall off. Thank you, little crystal, for protecting it. We have Aries here. Libra. Libra comes out so much in readings. Oh, you're like, you were just talking about me. And Scorpio. Let's get one more since we got Capricorn already. And Aquarius. Okay. Let's get some significant initials here for you. Oh my gosh, we can spell love. I love that. So we have an L is for the way you look. So, I mean, one of the things that they truly want from you is love. We have an L, an O. So we have a V and an E. And Spirit loves you. Oh my gosh, we have DMT. Who does DMT here? These cards are very, this one in particular, which is the Judgment card, this card is very DMT-esque. Is it not? Ooh. Maybe for some of you, there's something significant about DMT. I don't want to just tell people to go do things, but yeah. But, you know, just fill in the blank, okay? Also, maybe looking into what it actually is, because it is a chemical that we produce in our brain and stuff like that, and we have a lot of the same experiences through it. But there's something about spiritual connection and connecting to spirit around you with this, that you have the tools in your brain, the chemicals in your brain to already do this. Sometimes when, I think scientifically when people are going through spiritual awakenings, now, this is just coming in off the top of my head, so forgive me, but like, there could, like, the region that creates the DMT, is it the pineal gland? I'm pretty sure it is. The region that creates the DMT is more active and open and things like that. So this could also be about your psychic abilities and your ability to connect with spirit and all that woo-woo type of stuff too. Sometimes it can be very scary, and that's okay too. Naturally, I still, I don't do DMT or anything like that often. Sometimes I'll take mushrooms here and there. The last time I went camping, I took mushrooms, but I don't really, don't really dabble with anything a lot of the time these days. I'm sober all the time, but as somebody who has a very open third eye, I see things sometimes that can be very scary, and it's okay to be scared sometimes too. And don't shame yourself for that as well. This could just be a message. Maybe some of you, your psychic abilities are very heightened, or they're very increasing right now, and just know that call in all the beings of divine love that you feel like too, and you'd be surprised how they can look at the same time. Sometimes I think for some people things will appear to them as a way for them to palate them, but for those who are very spiritually open and have very open minds and gifted, there's a lot of things that you may see that others may deem as scary or evil or things like that, and I've learned that that's not the case. I'm not here to say how anyone should feel or what they should believe. I'm just speaking solely off my experience, and then you should, if you feel like I should believe something different, I think you should keep that to yourself too. But I'm talking about the people that are in here talking all the time about the Bible and stuff like that, okay? I understand that it comes from a place of love for you, but I just keep it to yourself. Another thing too is feeling the energies around you is something that I think spirit has been, whether it's a tingling sensation or a shift, something that doesn't seem maybe all the time very profound. Those are your psychic abilities as well too. So if you're open to it, look into it and open up. No, that's how I heard it too. Like being spoon-fed. Open up. Okay, sorry, back to your initials. I feel like we've been trailing off a lot in here too, but I feel like it's been really good things. I've enjoyed talking to you guys in this reading, so thank you for being here. So we have another D, whether that's DD or D's just very prominent. We have an H, a U, ooh, a C, and we have a CNN. That reminds me of like the news. Another thing with awakening and stuff like that too is you realize a lot of the news is propaganda and it's fake and it's trying to feed you lies and it's trying to pump you with whatever corporate agenda your government is trying to push now to feed the beast, to create more money for themselves and all of that sort of stuff too. So maybe be aware about what we are consuming as well. I like how this one was just like random messages too. I love that. So we also have a T, which I think we had another T. We have a Q and a P, which always makes me think of cutie pie. Or quarter pounder. I'm hearing quarter pounder. Isn't that a burger from McDonald's? Maybe for some of you too, if you are trying to enhance your gifts and your abilities as certain things that you are consuming, whether not just media, but through food wise and stuff like that too. Just making more mindful choices. You don't have to be perfect all the time. Just maybe just doing a little better. It's a little bits at a time. That's what I've noticed too. That really helps. Just little tweaks at a time. Little little choices here and there in the long run make a really big difference. It's not like you have to be 100% perfect and stuff like that. It's just like little things. Okay. So that is that portion of the reading, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am going to leave it here. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all of you who support the channel. Thank you to all of you who comment and share your love and share your stories, share your wisdom, share your experiences, share your pile numbers, all of it. I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much. And thank you most of all to my Vibrant Soul Tribe, aka the ones who are subscribed. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next reading. So are we still recording? Oh, hell yeah. I never know with the long ones, guys. Yeah, so if you are not subscribed and you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and voila, you're there. If not, that's perfectly okay. I'll still read for you because I still love you. Maybe I'll pop up on your timeline when you need another reading the most. Who knows? They are timeless, by the way, so if they pop up for you and it says like 3 years ago and it resonates with you now, take it, okay? But other than that, love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Pile 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Crystal Struck Tarot deck here, or if you chose the little holder wallet. I guess it could be like a cigarette holder for some people, but technically I think this is supposed to be a wallet, or you can just really put whatever I guess you want in it. But the little sun and moon couple thing here, this is your pile, okay? I'm gonna set your tarot deck to the side and we're gonna talk about what we have going on here. Also, I chose, because this opens up, I blindly picked a little like fortune and put it in here. So we're gonna see what that is at the end for you, just like a little surprise or a little gift. Don't tell the other piles that I did that for you, because they didn't get it, because they don't have a little book thing. I don't know, I just wanted to do it, okay? So whatever, but that'll be at the very end though, so if you want to see what your little fortune is. Other than that, thank you for being here. We are looking at today what the person on your mind truly wants from you and from this connection. What do they want out of it? What are they trying to get out of it? That sort of thing. We are starting this one with a you and them, kind of looking at the energies and the energies between you and the energies of the connection first. If you do want to skip this part and just go straight to the question of the reading, you can do that as well. Or you can sit here for some insights into their overall energy. Your overall energy can be like a dual reading. You can come back to it later, and you can also use this as to see if this is your pile, because you should resonate for the most part with your energy, or at least what's happening or what's going on in the connection. It is a general reading, so not every detail may resonate, and that's okay. But like I said, for the most part, you'll know if it's for you and it's your reading, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. I have this side that represents you, this side that represents them. This represents the energy between you two, and this represents the overall energy of your connection, okay? I might move this if it gets in the way. We'll see though. Okay, so we're gonna start with you. You guys got 2 of these cards, which I only needed 1, but when they both came out, I was like, okay, this is, there's a reason for that. So the first card we have for you is the Chamber of Power. The second card we have for you is Soul Retrieval, which this card did come up alone by itself in pile 1 too. So maybe if you are here from pile 1, or you felt drawn to pile 1, that could be significant. But I feel like there's also a different meaning with these 2 cards coming together. So if neither or, then just forget about it. The next card we have for you is the Chicken Nugget. We also have the First House. And we have Movement, which I like to think of this card as like the 8 of Wands. Let's go ahead and take a look at their card. So the first card we have for them is Unhookable. Oh, Booty, YouTube Guidelines. We have Perseverance. We have Fear, and Ascendance, which that's really interesting that you have the first house and they have Ascendant, because Ascendant is in the first house usually, unless you read Placidus. Sometimes if you're a Placidus reader, it can be in the 12th house sometimes too, but most of the time the Ascendant is in the first house. So, interesting already. So, these cards represent the overall energy of your guys' connection. We have Talking, Interested, Awaiting Messages, Text, Calls, Emails, Talking More, and Healing Heart. Healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, abusive relationships. And the overall energy between you is partying. Time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. This could mean multiple different things for multiple people, so just take what resonates for you, and I'll say it all. I'll say everything that's coming through, but just take what's for you and leave the rest behind for somebody else, okay? This energy between you though, this partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, I feel like this could mean that you and this person technically aren't in a fully committed relationship, or maybe you guys have taken a break from each other, or maybe you guys are still getting to know each other, like I said, which whatever one works. But it kind of looks like both of you, and I can see it in both of your energies, are spending a lot of time focusing on yourself, your needs, and specifically you. I feel you are really here in this energy of trying to give yourself what you need and not necessarily need it or relying from another person, okay? And I can see that kind of from both sides, but I think that yours and theirs may differ a bit, and we'll talk about it. So let's go ahead and start with you. I love that we have the Chamber of Power coming out with the soul retrieval, because I feel like this is almost a message of like how far you've truly come and how much inner work, whether you've been intentionally doing it or just life has brought it to you through circumstances, past relationships, or anything like that, like how much work you've truly done and how much you've really grown. I feel like you're somebody who knows that you're constantly evolving, you're constantly growing, but I think that you can also be very proud of yourself in a sense of where you can see what used to bug you, or what used to really keep you stuck, or all of the things that you've kind of integrated. And I feel like you've kind of, whether it's recently or just in general, you've made a conscious choice to where you're no longer wanting to be in the scarcity, the struggling type of energy, and that could just be in your life in general or like with relationships. Like the first house, I think that you're here to put your needs first right now, and it's all about you. This could also be a card that represents that you kind of have this energy around you that you've been getting a lot of attention, or could potentially receive a lot of attention from other people if that's something that you want, right? But it feels like both of this, the ascendant and the first house, both of you guys are in this like what I need type of energy, what I want type of energy. And I think that for you, because we have Chamber of Power, in the past, you could have been somebody who gives their power away, or gives too much, or has at one point in time neglected yourself, neglected your needs, or abandoned yourself for relationships or experiences that you thought would be more fulfilling or more fruitful than they actually were. In turn, you realized, okay, no, it was within me all along. And I think that is a very powerful place to be in. The chicken nugget here makes me feel like you are somebody that has a little bit of something to offer everybody, but I think that you're at this time wanting to be more discernment with that. The chicken nugget can also mean, I know it's funny because it's chicken nugget, but the chicken nugget can also mean that you're not wanting to be anyone else's second choice, or by default, you know what I'm saying? You're like, I know what I have to offer. I know who I truly am. And I feel like you're falling in love also, not with who you are, but the person that you are becoming. And you're realizing, or you know now, that the right people will choose you because of how you are, not just because there's no one else around, or because of what you just do for them, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's a very much, again, like standing in your power type of energy. You're like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I know that I have a lot to offer, and I know that I can probably like fit in with anyone if I really truly wanted to, but does everyone and anyone really fit in with me? Are they deserving of me? Are they wanting to commit or wanting to choose me? And that's something that you need. And until then, you're going to choose yourself over and over and over again, because your past experiences and where you are now has shown that choosing yourself over has always brought you closer to yourself, more powerful, and where you need to go. With the movement card, I am feeling like this could also be like you in this part, you wanting like maybe more movement with this person, movement with this connection, wanting to see where it goes, wanting to kind of go in that direction. But I think too, from spirit, this is saying that wherever you're at right now, you are headed in the right direction at the same time. And I feel like you're you're like in this sense of like, I will move and I will go wherever I need to go, right? Wherever my soul takes me, wherever I feel called to, and I'm gonna be okay regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, if we move this connection deeper and better, I love that. And if it works out, I love that. If it doesn't, and maybe I need to move on, that's fine too. You're like in this energy of like, I'll be okay. It doesn't mean that you're gonna not have any feelings or anything that comes up that may be kind of tough to work with, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you're in a place right now where you're feeling very secure that you can handle whatever life throws at you, specifically in love, right? Now, you're not ignoring your wants and needs, but you're trying to acknowledge what is meeting your wants and needs. I hope this is making sense. And with that being said, I think that this focusing on yourself energy, or like just putting the time and effort into yourself, whether that's your appearance too, or finding the things that you enjoy, finding the things that you like, I think that this is going to be very helpful for you. Sorry, there's a message from Spirit coming through. Yeah, Spirit's like, you've really grown. You've really grown. And so, and Spirit said, don't take that lightly. As in like, okay, so whatever's going on with this person or this connection or whatever may happen and things like that, you have such, now it feels like an unshakable self-worth. And it's like setting the tone for what your future holds in a great way, if that makes sense too. I don't know why I keep saying if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. But we're going to go back to you, and we're going to go back and forth. But let's talk about them in a little bit too. So we have unhookable. You know, the funny thing is that I feel like this unhookable card talks about the almost like a similar kind of energy of like the things that once used to destroy you or keep you stuck are no longer doing that anymore. And that this person, I think, has overcome a lot of their own issues too, or whatever, if you want to call them their own demons, or like have done a little bit of work as well. But the only difference is that this unhookable energy for them can easily pivot to avoidance at times. Like, it feels really good for this person to not be so attached all the time, but they have to also remind themselves and be aware of when they're doing that. Is it based off of fear? Because we have fear here. Or is it based off of what they're truly like wanting, right? Like, you can only go with the flow so much. There are things that you do want to experience or should experience and should look at and stuff like that. Now, I feel like the fear card is also coming because you may have like sparked something within this person, whether that's feelings or just maybe like an innate desire to kind of settle down. But I do feel like with this, the time with friends, the happily single, living in the moment, and the partying card here, that may be something that this person could technically struggle with, is being 100% fully committed. But I am picking up on with this perseverance card that I feel like they view you in this connection as something as pushing through that, like pushing through the fears, pushing through the worries, pushing through the doubts, and really kind of challenging that in that sense here too. Now we have the ascendant, which I think that with the first house, this may mean there's a lot of mirroring going on. The things that you see in each other are maybe things that you and them both need to look at within themselves, right? It's like almost like feeling like two sides of the same coin, even though they may be very different, if that makes sense. And I'm picking up on like, for this person, I'm picking up on like maybe a little bit of projection with this. And for you, I feel like it's more of like Why? Why is this happening? Why am I doing that? If that, I'm gonna say if that makes sense one more time. Dude, say it one more time, dude. Crazy. I'm just gonna assume it's making sense at this point. I feel like you may be wanting to move this connection on into a deeper level with this movement here, and I feel like this person may want the same, but they just may struggle with that part. It may be something that's very uncomfortable with them. Unhookable can almost mean sometimes unattainable, right? Or nothing's going to keep me tied down, nothing's going to keep me stuck for too long. And with that being said, when you find somebody that you feel like you want commitment with, or you find somebody that you feel like you want to settle down with and things like that, now you're going to have to face that type of energy. You're going to have to do those things and realize that maybe I was once doing that out of fear. Maybe I was once doing that out of avoidance. But maybe I just didn't want it that bad before, but now I do. And now that kind of scares me. That's what I'm picking up from this person's energy as well. We're going to talk about the overall energy of the connection. I mean, if you guys aren't talking, I feel like there is a desire to talk. There is a desire to speak to each other. If you guys are talking, I feel like with this talking card, of course, this is like, well, I want to know more. I enjoy talking to you. I want to go deeper. I want to, see what this actually is with this healing heart and healing heartbreak too. There could be some things that you guys are both working through or potentially needing to trust in, that this is not going to be a past experience. And for you, I feel like the second you see, or like when you start to notice the signs because of this healing that you've done, like when you start to notice the signs, when you start to see, oh, this may be some of the things, and I'm not talking about just like anything, right? Like a little trigger or something like that. I'm talking about like if you were to see, like, this is feeling like a repeated pattern or like a repeated relationship or something that I've had already gone through, right? I feel like you're in this awareness now to recognize that. And I think that sometimes though, sometimes our head and our heart can conflict a little bit, whereas am I being too logical? Am I being too naive? And so sometimes it can be a struggle too to recognize, okay, what actually is this? Is this where I'm supposed to be going? Am I supposed to pursue this, or is this showing me otherwise, right? And I think you're in this space of really trying to decipher what is best for yourself. And I think that the movement card is telling me that you are right now exactly where you're supposed to be, and you are headed in the right direction, wherever that may be for you. So trust yourself, trust your judgment, and trust your choices. Now this person, I think they are too experiencing that of like, I don't want to repeat the same patterns. I don't want to have the same heartache. And I want to have this beautiful, healing, loving relationship with pile 2 that has sparked this interest in me, right? It has sparked this desire. It's kind of woken this thing up in me. But can I trust that too? And I think that's where the fear comes as well. And if this person comes off sometimes a bit as a bit aloof, or maybe a bit detached and things like that, it feels like that's just what they're normally used to, or it kind of feels like that's that fear energy coming through too. Another message coming through for both of you as well is that there is an innate attraction. You guys are attracted to each other. You guys are attracted to each other's appearance. You guys are attracted to whatever it is that with the first house and the ascendant, like whatever it is you guys put out, right? Put out like, and I think that there's a sense of joy almost that comes from the interactions that you guys have had together and the interactions that you or do have together, because it feels like both of you guys can kind of be your authentic selves. And that's what the ascendant is about. The ascendant is about coming home to your most authentic self. And the first house kind of has the same similar themes too, but it's like who you are, what you put out to the world, and stuff like that. And now we have a lot of like energy here of like go, go, go with the first house in the movement of like, okay, let's get this ball rolling. I want to see what it's going to be. I want to see like, let's let's go. Like, I feel like there's a fearless, a way more fearless energy. And I think that's why that message of like you kind of going through your past, and doing a lot of healing, doing a lot of self-work, but then like standing in this power, it makes you more eager, more secure to go. This person, I feel like, is a little more hesitant, and they definitely have some things that come up in regards to this fears, in regards to maybe the go, that they could come through as blockages, or they could just, it could come through as where this person kind of feels, like I said, they may come off as a little more aloof or like avoidant and stuff like that. And that's because of that here too. So I can see maybe like a push and pull a little bit, but it's not like you're meaning to, and it's not like you're being aggressive or anything like that. You're just in a place where you're good, you know, like you're okay with that. And I think that this person may have thought that they were in a place, and then may be surprised by kind of how they are starting to get a little scared, or starting to get a little worried, or maybe starting to care a lot and stuff like that with this connection here too. But I think with, what was this? The energy between you guys, it may be like, for some of you, you may have like partied with this person, or like you may have gone out with them, and you may just feel like you guys are just both a really good time. And when you are together, it may be like you are living in the moment and stuff like that. And then for some of you too, it may be like right now it's not fully committed, or like you're still okay doing your own thing. This person's seemingly okay doing their own thing, but not really so much. Like I think that they're wanting to get this ball rolling just as much as you are. They just have this nagging fear, or like they're kind of worried about, and a lot of the times, I mean, the fear will be like, is this something I can trust? Are you who you say that you are? You know, am I going to get hurt if I open up and if I show 100%? Because I don't think this person has done that fully. I think that they feel comfortable enough to show their 100% true authentic self with you, but I think that also they're scared that if they do and they're rejected, that can have dire consequences on them, and how they feel and how they move forward from there on. Like, unhookable doesn't mean unshakable, and no one's bulletproof. I'll tell you that right now. And I think that that's kind of what this person is realizing. But all in all, there is just innate desire to want to connect here, to want it to be something different from past experiences, to want to experience this loving relationship that they see and you see a ton of potential with as well. But I think that it requires maybe a little bit of buckling down, or it could also be that you may need, or they feel they may need, some sort of confirmation, some sort of validation, or wanting to take that next step. Like, you may be wanting that from them, and they may be kind of wanting that from you too. What else, Spirit? What are some other messages here before we move on to the next part? With the partying, this person, and they may need to work on certain habits as well that they have. Sorry, I'm taking a deep hard look here. Yeah, I just looked at your side and I heard what's to come will come. And then I looked at their side, and when I first was shuffling their cards, I heard pleasure. So if this person has certain like pleasure seeking desires and things like that, that could be like why this partying is here too. But also I feel like, I feel like you give them a sense of pleasure too, because I can't help but to think with the first house, and the ascendant, there is just an innate attraction, or maybe it was an instant attraction, or there's just something about what you guys do to each other, and it can be physical, like purely physical, more too, but it's along those lines of like an innate attraction. That's like the best way I can describe it. And I do want to say, from both of these energies and this healing heart too, I would say that both of you guys have probably been through your fair share of heartache. Both of you guys have been through your fair share of experiences that maybe turned out not what you guys deserved, that you both have healed from, that you both have grown from. And now it feels like this connection, it's time to put it to the test. And it's not a test from the universe, it's putting how much you've healed to the test, or it's putting how much faith you have to the test. Faith over fear, or like, I've learned this lesson and I feel strong now in myself, and stuff like that. And I think that there's just also a genuine curiosity of what this connection is, what's their intentions, what's your intentions, what's it gonna be, what do you want? Which is funny because you're literally here for I just realized that. You're literally here for what do they truly want from you? And I could see why, So, are we done here, Spirit? Do we have any messages? No. Except for maybe this perseverance is like this person actually really feeling like they want to push through and see what's on the other side of this connection. And I think that in turn, that is going to give them a lot of self-discovery too. They have to be able to challenge the fears. They have to be able to push through these and not succumb to them and not bend the knee to them. And I think that the energy that you're in would be really good for this person. And it would be really good at doing that as well. Okay, so let's bring out the tarot now and see, Spirit, what does this person truly want from my pile 2 here? What do they want from pile 2 in this connection? What is the truth of this? What do they truly want from pile 2, Spirit? We have the 9 of Pentacles. What do they truly want from pile 2? We have the 4 of Pentacles. Something fell. Give me a sec. Okay, that's too many cards, so we're not taking all those. But I did see Virgo and Scorpio energy. That may be significant, although we'll get some more confirmation as well. So what do they truly want? We have the Fool. We also have Aquarius energy. Oops. And we have the World. Clarifying the 9 of Pentacles here. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Clarifying the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords. Clarifying the Fool. We have the Queen of Cups. And clarifying the World. We have Strength. Wow. We also have Leo energy coming through. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. So Gemini as well. Oh, look at these little moons here too. It reminds me of your little like sun and moon thing connecting too. So what do they truly want from you and from this connection? this is going to sound weird, but I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like they want to be able to offer you something that they feel you are worthy of. Like, it feels like they see you as somebody who has a lot of stability, who has a lot to offer, somebody that holds a lot of value here with this Queen of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles can be like an opportunity here as well. But the only thing is with this Nine of Pentacles, they feel like they want to still feel like they have this sense of freedom, or like they have, and I'm not saying this person technically wants to have their cake and eat it too, or they want to be single and have you too, although if they have previously stated that, I would say trust them over this. But they want to feel like they aren't being suffocated, or they want to feel, and ideally this could also mean too, they want to have a relationship and have that connection and maybe go through it without feeling triggered, and that just probably isn't possible, or isn't the case, right? Because even the best of the best of the best of people get triggered and trigger each other, and you know, we all will hurt somebody, especially in a relationship, if of course if it's unintentionally, right, or we don't mean to, we still will do that, right? And I think that with this Nine of Pentacles, there's a sense of independence this person wants to uphold, but they also see you as somebody that they want on their side too. And I want to read a little bit more into that. We may do the channel messages for that one, or we may get more tarot cards, but let's talk about it too. One of the other things that they want is to be able to speak their mind, to be able to say how they feel, to say what's going on, be very direct, be very upfront, be very honest. And that's going to require them stepping out of their comfort zone a little bit, but they want to still feel secure. So I think that this person genuinely desires a connection where they can be their true authentic self and still be accepted in that sense too. They feel like they want a sense of security here with you. And I think that they want to tell you that with the Knight of Swords, or they want to make that happen, or they want to pursue that. But also the Four of Pentacles can sometimes be us staying in our safe zone, staying in our comfort zone here too. Another message though, there's something about finances with this person as well. Like, they want to be in an energy, or they want to be in a place in their life where they feel good, they feel like they can have stuff to offer you, and then they feel like they can still, like, if they're working on something, or if they're trying to save money, or if they're tight for cash right now, or that's kind of an instance, I feel like this may affect how they go about this connection, or it may whether it's affect their self-esteem right now. Yeah, because I think that it's something about how they look at you. It's the way that they view you, or the way that you come across to them, is somebody that's going to require, whether that's the good things in life, or, or like, how do I say this, Spirit? What's the best way to say this? They hold you at a very high standard, and they feel like sometimes it makes them feel a little incompetent. Like, they want to have everything that you need. They want to have everything that you need and more, and they want to have their needs and more too. They want to keep their sovereignty, they want to keep their independence, but they also want to keep you at the same time. And I think that with the Fool and the Queen of Cups, it's like they no longer want to stay hidden, or they no longer want to stay in this protected energy. They want to be able to be vulnerable and feel free at the same time doing so. So this could be, I know that sounds a little crazy, a little weird. This could be their own inner burdens, their own inner constructs, and all of the things that are holding them back. It's kind of, it's a theme here of what I'm seeing. It's like all the things that they're kind of holding them back, they want to be able to kind of break free from that. For some of you too, like this could be like a completely new beginning between you and them, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool present here too. Or this could be like an opportunity or a new start where things are flowing better, they're feeling right, it's like they're talking about their feelings, they're also feeling like they're being heard. They want to be open and honest, and you to be receptive as well. We're going to read more into this. I got to get more. And with the World and the Strength card, I do think that one of the things that they want to do with the World and the Strength card too is overcoming any of the obstacles between you and them. Like the World card can represent transcendence. It's the final card in the major arcana that represents an ending, right? Or like a completion. And with the Strength card here, that's them. Transcendence is essentially like overcoming all of the things that once held you back, or overcoming all of the things that we had to learn from and grow from, and right now you've transcended this, and now none of that stuff bothers you anymore. And with that unhookable energy here too, that's something that I feel like is already kind of starting to happen in their energy. So they're wanting to kind of just get through anything to overcome this, and to it potentially to have a really abundant, loving connection here with you, where they feel secure, they feel good about themselves, they have something to offer you, and they can match you with that energy, and they can also say how they feel secure, and just kind of have this sense of freedom, but also that comes with a sense of compassion from you, or the connection. Bottom of the deck, the overall energy, we mean the Lovers, and then we have the 10 of Cups here too, and then we have the Temperance. Dang. I think that they do want a connection. I think that they want to break free. I think that they would like to wipe any of the slate clean and connect here with you. But the only thing that I think that could be a major blockage to that would be this wanting to have this profound sense of independence. They don't like to be attached too hard. They don't like to have that. And that could be that them wanting to have their cake and eat it too. But in all reality, you're aware of like that's probably just never gonna happen. Like, we develop attachments. I know attachment sometimes can be a big, bad, scary word because it's used a lot of the times in the shadow aspect, like the negative attachments, right? It comes out in relationships all the time where it kind of turns. But in the light aspect, attachments are natural too. There's something that we just develop naturally with people. We bond with people. We have an attachment. A mother has an attachment with her child immediately. You know what I'm saying? And the child has an attachment with its parents immediately. Like it just is. It's relationships, right? And I think that they need to start to realize and close this sort of distance of, you can have a sense of independence and you can have an attachment to somebody too. You can have a healthy relationship. It's something that you can, but you have to get over the fears of that first. You have to get over whether it's just the negative mindset about it, of being attached to somebody, so now they have power over you, now they can hurt you. You get what I'm saying? And I think that that's what this person's heart truly wants, is to have all of that too, and to know, you know, that it's not gonna be the detriment, but their soul knows there's an acceptance here of like, you have to take that risk regardless, you know? Regardless of that, you need that. There's a risk here you're gonna have to take. Like, there's uncertainty in everything, right? And if you want this, you gotta go for it. And I think that they do. It's just, they gotta get over that hump first. And that's why I was kind of sensing, I feel like you're in this energy of like ready, but you're not going to want to settle. Like I said, like you're in this place of like, I know, like what we talked about, I know I'll be okay, whatever it works out. Of course you want it to work out for the best, right? You want it to be what you want it to be, of course. But you know, because of where you're at right now, that regardless of that, you're gonna be okay too. And I think they're not so sure that they would be okay. But I think, again, ending on the world and strength, what they really want is to overcome that. Like we said, to transcend that and see what's on the other side. Even this perseverance card, it shows somebody walking through the dry, barren desert, but on the other side, the clouds are clearing, there's the sun over there, and things like that. And so, I think what they really truly want is to push through and see. But fear and ego it can seem very powerful. Technically, it doesn't have power over you unless you let it, but it can feel a lot stronger than it actually is. And I think we've all experienced that before, right? Fear of loss, fear of abandonment, things like that. They feel so strongly and so powerful. It's like, okay. I want to see some channeled messages here. Spirit, tell us more about what this person truly wants from pile 2 and this connection from pile 2. Spirit, thank you. Let's get some deeper insights. I just saw betrayal, and I think that that could also be coming through with those fears. I saw betrayal in here, and I mean, they just probably don't want to get hurt or be betrayed in any way. Which, don't we all? You know, again, it's kind of part of that risk taking. And trusting yourself, too. Trusting what you know, trusting how you feel sometimes, although feelings can be very wishy-washy. Sometimes we may feel something very strongly and it's not necessarily the truth, but it's how we feel. What does this person truly want, Spirit, from pile 2? The first one coming out is I have trust issues. So I think something that they really want is to know, to be able to trust, or to have a specific certain answer is what this feels like. I want to be able to see exactly what it is, not just by what I want and how I feel. I want to know the answers. And that's not something that you can really do either. So you can't fast forward or you can't like jump over and peek over and see, what is it? You know, like you have to be able to trust the journey. And I know I just said that. That's kind of what we're seeing this person as like struggling with a little bit. Spirit, what does this person truly want from... I think they truly want to trust you. It's coming up as they have trust issues, but I think that they truly want to be able to trust you, to fully engulf in this, to fully immerse in this, and to see it through. That's something that we were picking up on in their energy already. Like they did want to, right? But there's their own issues, their own things kind of blocking that. And that can also be why they want this sense of independence. They don't want this attachment, but they also want this opportunity with you here too. And quite frankly, not having all of that isn't possible all of the time. You get it. You get it. What does this person truly want from pile 2, Spirit? We have I get lost in you. I get lost in you. What does this person truly want from pile 2, Spirit, with the I get lost in you? To see it within, to see it in you, to know for certain. Again, it kind of feels more along the lines of certainty. To be able to know, to be able to be sure, to be able to be certain, and to have this sort of confidence within their decisions about this situation. And it's funny, because doesn't it feel like a lot of the things that the answers that are coming through, what I want from you, what I want from this connection, it kind of circles back and reflects back to them. So maybe if we put it back on you, they want to know they can trust you. They want to know where this is going. They want to know what it's going to be. How deep is this going to go? What does this person truly want from pile 2 and from this connection, Spirit? You're perfect. Aww. This makes me think that this person wants like acceptance. They want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be validated, and they want to be accepted for who they truly are and to feel perfect. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they want it to be perfect. They want it to be what they truly think that it is. And maybe there's the fear or that voice within them that says, I'm being naive with this. I'm moving too fast with this. I'm not being careful enough with this. And that's where there's like this hesitation too. What do they truly want from this situation? Bottom of the deck. Caress me with your heart. Oh, they just want to be loved. And it makes sense. We have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck here. I have another channel message deck too, so I don't know if you can see it on camera. I don't think so. What do they want, Spirit, from pile 2 in this connection? What do they truly want? I lose sleep over this connection. Probably to not care as much at the same time. Oh my gosh. I mean, I feel like that sounds bad, but you can understand that too, though. And, okay, Spirit is coming through with, like, the better message, the better side to that is they want to, my dog's scratching at the door, they want to find peace and find comfort in you, in this connection. And I truly do think they want to overcome many of their own issues and stuff, at least to get to the other side like we were talking about. What do they truly want from this connection? We'll get like 2 more cards from this deck. I'm obsessed with you. This came out in pile 1. There was a message in pile 1, a lot more strong though, of like they want you to be as obsessed with them as they are with you. And I feel like maybe, but I don't feel like it's in the same context or in the same light as pile 1s. If I'm being quite honest, I think that they would like a mutual obsession though, and something that doesn't just fall apart. Like, I think that they don't, I think one of the things that they fear out of fully committing and fully like embracing this, and one of the fears is probably it turning out to be one-sided. And so maybe that's a deep desire from this situation, is for you guys to both have the same amount of obsession or whatever you want to call it, or just be equally as into each other, be equally as attracted to each other through this, and it stay that way too. And maybe a part of them, like their ego part, wants you to be obsessed with them too. I mean, that feels good, of course. Doesn't that feel good to anyone if someone else is like so like infatuated with you and obsessed? No, it's usually not as deep. And then once you kind of like open up, like, or you expand your consciousness a bit, then you start to see a lot of the time that what they're obsessed with is usually just what they're projecting onto you, specifically in the new stages, right? Or before you truly know somebody, they'll be obsessed with somebody, and it's like, you don't even really like know me like that, like they're obsessed with their idea of you or their perception of you. But I do think that, of course, it would make this person feel really good if they found out or they knew that you were like low-key obsessed with them. What is something, this one popped out, what is something that they truly want? It says, and I like that this has a want in there, I just want to hear your voice again. I just saw, did you put a spell on me? They could want to know why their feelings are as strong or maybe as intense. Let's get one more, Spirit. Tell us, what do they truly want from Pile 2 and this connection. What is it they truly want from pile 2 and this connection? Wow. I was going to pick it, but this one fell out. Tell me you love me. They want to be loved. I definitely feel like that too. And I think that they want certainty. And I think that that's, again, something within them that they're going to have to figure out. Or they're going to have to work through. And Spirit just says it does go both ways too. So all right, so let's get some further confirmation. I know we had a few zodiac signs pop out already. Let's go ahead and transition into the deeper confirmation. So we have Virgo coming out. Oh, lots of Virgo coming out. Okay. And I think we had Virgo pop out in the cards too. We have Taurus. If it's double, I'll pull a couple more because it's only right. And it's a double Taurus too. What is happening? Okay. What are some significant zodiac signs for my pile 2s here, Spirit? Libra. Cancer. Lots of Virgo. All right. Okay. And Pisces is the last one we'll do. Pisces. Yeah, if you're a Virgo or you have prominent Virgo placements, that could also mean it's a confirmation that this is your reading here too. It's like, hello, you are present in this reading as well. But take it how it resonates, you know. Let's get some initials. I like looked at it and was like, oopsies, almost forgot. I've been very forgetful for certain things lately. BJ, sorry, I have a dirty mind. They could probably think and want oral sex. So we have a B and a J, or that could be someone's name. Sorry to all the BJs out there. Ooh, if you're, I don't know if it's all across the United States. If you're in the United States, BJ's Brewery. Or is it Steakhouse? I think there's a couple BJs. Anyways, we have an R. We have a W. We have an A. We have an O. A T. An E. An F. TF together always makes me think of like twin flame energy as well. We have another O. Did I say J already? Oh yeah, because B and J, duh, okay. We have a Z, a Y, an S, an M, an N, a C, and a U. This person may have a lot of sexual desires about you too. I would not doubt that. We can literally spell come right here. And I was kind of thinking that too, that there was a strong attraction, a strong desire, or like a physical attraction too. Probably through both of you. There's something about you that just keeps this person wanting more, apparently. Okay. So that is that portion. Oh, I didn't forget. I put a little fortune in here. So we're going to see what it is. Slip that on out there. So the fortune for you is your happy secret will reach new and worthy ears. Oh, shoot. What does that mean? Your happy secret will reach new and worthy ears. I mean, this could just be like your secrets, the things about you, all of the things, you know, it could just be like people that are worthy of knowing you on that deeper level, of knowing your secrets on that deeper level, or knowing the true you, are, what does it say? Are within reach. Or are coming. It will reach. Like, don't worry. Like, it just makes me think, if I'm being honest, it makes me think of, like, don't worry, the right people that are meant for you, whether it's this person or another person or blah blah blah, which I think was kind of some of this healing work that you've been doing, right? Is recognizing that you're gonna be okay, that you're gonna go to where, and that you have a lot to offer with that chicken nugget of, like, you're probably somebody that can be something for everybody and anybody, but it's who's that person that's supposed to be good for you, if you're catching my drift too. And I think that this is like confirmation of, like, don't worry, worthy people, and it could be new, worthy people are out there, and you are attracting them. They're on the way, they're probably within reach. I don't know. I'm gonna let you decide what this means to you though. So that's it, pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. Let me check. Are we still recording? Hell yeah. You know, with these long ones, I never know. And I would be so pissed if it cut me off. So pissed if it cut me off in the middle of recording that after doing all that yapping. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. Where were we? We're saying goodbye. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you to all of you who support the channel too, who like, comment, share, all of that sort of stuff. It means so much to me. And I love to read your guys' comments too. I like to interact with your guys' comments. I like to hear your side of the story. I like to hear your insights, your wisdom. I like to hear what pile you chose. I like to hear all of it. So thank you so much for doing so. And thank you to those who continuously show support and continuously comment. I love you guys so much. And thank you to those of you who are a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, aka my subscribers. If you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, that's all you got to do is click that subscribe button, and hey, you're there. Easy peasy. If you do not though, that's okay. Maybe I will see you randomly. Maybe I'll randomly pop up on your feed when you just need a reading from me. And I think that's beautiful too. But either way, I'll see you there. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Crown or the Accurate AF Tarot deck, you have found the right place. So today we are asking about the person on your mind, and we are asking, what do they truly want from you and from this connection? What is it? We are going to be doing a overall energy look. So we have your overall energy, their overall energy, the energy of the connection, and the energy between you. Okay. So we will be doing that first. Feel free to stick around for that. You can use that as a tool to help you decide if this is your pile. You should resonate for the most part with your energy and what's kind of happening between you and them. And most of the messages, I would assume. It is a general reading, so you may not resonate with every single detail or every single part, and that is okay. But like I said, for the most part, okay? If you do not want to watch this part and you want to go straight to the other portion of the reading, which is what do they truly want from you, feel free to do that too. It's probably going to be a little bit on the longer side. I can tell by how long pile 1 and pile 2 was. So if you feel like you need to save this video for later, or you can come back to it at another time, or whatever you feel like you need to do, just forewarning you, okay? But other than that, thank you for being here. I hope you guys are comfortable and relaxed. All you have to do is just sit back and enjoy the reading. So we're going to begin. First things first, I just want to set the intention and invite spirit in. So spirit, if you could please tune me in to my pile 3's collective energy and the collective messages here for pile 3 in regards to the energy of this person, the energy of them, what they need to know about this and the connection, as well as can you please tune us into and give us the clarity into what this person on their mind truly wants from pile 3 and from this connection, spirit. May this reading offer them that clarity that they may be seeking, or answers that they need, or anything that they just need to know, see, and hear right now in regards to this, okay? Thank you, spirit. Okay. So I set your tarot deck to the side because we'll be using that for the other portion. Let's go ahead and lay all the cards out here and see what we got. So we're going to start with you and your overall energy. The first card we have for you is Chamber of Soul Gifts. The next card we have is Pain. We also have Strength. I like that coming along with the Pain card as well. And then we have the first quarter moon. So you have a moon cycle here as well. I just heard pay attention to the cycles of what's happening right now around you. That could also be like planetary cycles, or what's kind of happening in the energies around you. That can, for some of you, can be an important message or be specific to maybe what's happening or what's going on in your life too. If you are already somebody who pays attention to that, great. Let's go ahead and look at what they got. They got, okay, I was gonna say, it looks like they got a lot of cards, but they got the doubles in one. So we have the Chamber of Transformation. So you guys both got cards from the Chamber suit, which I think is also like, it's like an incubation area almost. It's like a designated area in your life where basically you are becoming, or you are growing. It's basically a chamber, is like in this sense is like a room for lots of development, if that makes sense. We'll talk about it further. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. So for their cards, they got Passion along with Flow. I'm gonna put these like together since they came out together. We also have the Hermit card. And then we have the 12th house. Wow. So the overall energy of the connection is not enough. So lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, fear, and frustrations. In the overall energy between you two, we have Coffin. So new beginnings and liberation, reborn and transitions, and tragic endings. Interesting that we have the Chamber of Transformation, where you're in the chamber, and then the energy between you guys has liberation and like a transition and transformations, which is kind of like what I was trying to get at in the chambers. Like the chamber is like that energy of the creation. It's like the energy of that transition. And so I don't think lightly of the effect that you and this person have had on each other on both sides. I feel like it is something that is very, very present here. Also, speaking of present, the zodiac signs of Leo and Virgo could be significant, and Pisces, but we will get more confirmation and initials and stuff like that down the line there too. So if that's not the case for everybody, do not worry. Do not worry. I'm getting a lot here. You guys are both in a period of growth. I would say transformation a little bit on both ends too. But I want to talk about yours. The Chamber of Soul Gifts is a really interesting card to come out for you. And I feel like this, along with Pain, Spirit is trying to validate your experiences and validate the things that you've gone through, and maybe even how you feel about this connection. You're allowed to feel the way that you feel, whether it is pain, whether it's anger, whatever it is, right? Like, you're allowed to feel that, and it is something that obviously is not here to destroy you, because you are somebody who is very strong. And I think that right now you are in this energy of mustering up this strength to surrender, to deal with whatever it is that you are feeling internally or externally, or whatever is happening between you and them. And I feel like this is almost like Spirit really commending you. Even the first quarter moon is a card that represents growth, but it can also represent those nagging feelings, those doubts, those uncertainties. And Spirit's here to remind you that you are in this cycle as well, just like the moon. And just like the moon, you will keep going, you will keep pushing, you will keep growing. And you'll be whatever you need to be when you need to be it, unapologetically, right? And I think that with the Chamber of Soul Gifts, Spirit is also coming through to say that you are somebody who leaves a profound mark on anyone and everyone that you meet, whether it's just romantic relationships, whether it's the people around you, whether you have like talents, like creative talents or anything like that. That is something that I think your soul is here to do and is meant to share. And I think that you've shared something so profound with this person. It's caused them to be in their own transformation here as well. And another thing is that you are somebody who has a lot of great things to offer. You are somebody who has lots of things that are worth celebrating. And there's nothing wrong for wanting to be celebrated for you, for your gifts, for your authenticity, for whatever it is that you bring to the table, even if it's just yourself. And I think that you're in this energy and you've learned throughout your life to turn this pain into wisdom. And so whatever this pain is, whether it's the wisdom of the past or it's a current energy right now, do not doubt yourself to be able to triumphantly turn this into something of gold. I feel like you are somebody who is a natural alchemist. And I feel like your soul gifts transcend through different levels here too. Like, I think one of your soul gifts is relationships, and is your ability to adapt, and is your ability to grow, and is your ability to kind of open up and to receive what you need and to make it help you in that sense. Instead of like a victim mindset where you just blame the world, you take this pain and you take these experiences and you make it something that you can grow from, that you develop from, that initially helps you, even if it's later on, right? And I think that that's really beautiful. And I think Spirit is saying that you are somebody who should be celebrated in your life for the things that you have to offer. And if that seems like a theme of maybe your past, or like it feels like this, especially with this not enough here, that it feels like that you've met people or been through experiences that have kind of triggered that wound, those soul gifts in there are opening up and breaking open, and it's connected in some way that could just be different for all of you. I can't help but to think too that for some of you, your soul gifts may actually be tied to your past experiences and then you sharing that with other people. Like you may have an audience, or maybe somebody who will develop an audience, or you'll just use your tools, and it could be something like art too, like, or songwriting, or it doesn't even have to be creative. It could just be like the person that you are and the person that you're becoming and the person that you've been and the person that you will be and all of that. I know this sounds so crazy, but like all of these things, you're here and you're helping the people around you just by being you. And I think that you're somebody who should be celebrated, and I think it starts with you celebrating yourself. So I hope you are doing that, or I hope you're in the energy of doing that. If not, I'm here to tell you, please, please, please do that, because this is something that I feel like this card just doesn't come out for anyone or anything. I feel, I mean, it comes out when there's something about yourself that you need to look at that is so tremendously valuable, whether it's opening up or it's here right now, and it's something that's so beautiful. And I can even see from this person's energy the effect that you've had, even though there could be some blinding energy around that may not feel like that, right? And I can also see that maybe this person may not be showing that, because it does look like with the 12th house and the Hermit, this person could be in a period of isolation right now. But do not doubt the effects that you have on other people and the worth that you bring to the table and all of these beautiful things. And even if, like I said, it's just as simple as being yourself. There's nothing you need to do or see or hear to earn love, right? You were born with that privilege, or whatever you want to call it, like your human right, you know, to experience the love. And even if you can't find it from anyone else at this specific time, or at certain times, you can find it within yourself and from Spirit too. So, geez, that's going really deep. But let's talk about them for a little bit. The Chamber of Transformation. This card is showing that this person is currently going through their own profound changes, that they are quite literally changing as a person. There's definitely some spiritual energy here. Could be like a spiritual awakening, but it doesn't have to be. And it feels like this person is kind of in the in-between. They're not who they once were, and they're not who they're becoming yet. And I think that this person may struggle with this right now. And I think that this connection has brought them so much insights and has reflected so much onto that it couldn't help but naturally just like change them from the inside here. I do think that this person has been spending a lot of time alone, but I think that they're also kind of going through a bit of, I don't want to like, I'm not a psychiatrist or anything like that. I'm just picking up on the energies. They could be kind of going through a little bit of like a depressive episode, or they could be kind of struggling right now with their mental health. And I think that with the passion and the flow, whether it seems like they're going with the flow, or they're not doing anything, or they're not reaching out, or they're not trying to fix this or anything like that, I think that they're kind of struggling with that, because the passion is here to show that they have a strong desire for you and for this connection here too. I think that the passion is something that they couldn't ignore for a really long time. And I think that this person is used to kind of going with the flow in things. And right now it kind of feels like it's been at a little bit of a halt. But I do think that this person really, really, really has intense emotions and desires for you. And like I said, even if they're like not necessarily showing it, it's something that you've sparked with this person, something that you've done. It's really made them like stop, I feel, in their tracks. This feels very intense on both sides, but it also feels, it almost feels kind of magical, like, and magical in a sense of like transmutation, right? Like how we were talking about you taking your pain and being able to transmute it into wisdom or something of value for you. Now, the not enough being the overall energy of the connection, I can see that this probably has triggered both of you, or there has been its fair share of triggers, or things that have really, really called you guys to, whether it's to look within, and that could be from your end, but this person has the Hermit in the 12th house too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were looking within as well. But it kind of feels like from what this person is going through, they've definitely kind of taken some time out for themselves, and it feels like their chamber is more, it's going to sound weird, their chamber is more like a cave. And what I mean by that is that a cave sometimes can have some of our most profound changes in healing and transformation, that type of energy, because you are quite literally shut off from the world right now, and you're forced to rediscover, you're forced to transform, you're forced to grow, you're forced to sit with yourself, you're forced to feel all of these things, you know what I'm saying? And all of those things that the outside distractions can do a really good job at distracting us with. Another thing about the cave analogy is when you have a cave and say it gets shut off, like it gets cut off, like a whole rock or boulder goes in the entrance, the creatures in there, it's do or die. So either the ones that are stuck in there, they die, or they evolve. And the ones that do evolve in such crazy ways, right? There's no more sunlight, there's no more, like the insects and things like that, there's no more sunlight, there's no more clean, fresh air, you know what I'm saying? So they start to evolve in ways where their eyes, well, like they don't use their eyes anymore, and they evolve in ways in their other senses and things like that. Now, if you relate to this energy too, this can also just be mirroring. This could be what you're going through as well too. And these gifts and these things are parts of yourself that you are currently discovering or will be discovering as well too, because you have a growth card and all of this. So I wouldn't be surprised if you can relate or feel that way here too. But it's amazing how they can evolve and how they can transform. Now this person, this right here is saying that they're not quite there yet. They're not quite in there, but there's something happening. There's something stirring. They're feeling a bit uncomfortable. They want this. They want this. They want what they want, but also there's this challenge. There's this blockage. There's these issues right now that they feel they can't necessarily have And so they're being forced to sit with themselves and their uncomfortable feelings when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection. Whereas it looks like you are using your strength to do what you feel is best for you at this time. And I think that with the Chamber of Soul Gifts, you are in an energy of trusting yourself. And I know that there can be doubts, and I know that feelings and emotions can be very strong, and all of this, and just in general, can just be very confusing. It can be very confusing times for both of you. But at the same time, I feel like you are in this energy too of like where you need to be and and it's like you have this innate knowing of like kind of what you know you need to do, but it may not come through as like a logical thought. It comes through as whether a lack of action or just feeling like you should or should not do something, if that makes sense to you guys. But yeah, so with the not enough, it feels like this has triggered both of you in ways that, I'm just gonna be honest, this card kind of sucks. This card does kind of suck, and it does represent being very frustrated. Being very frustrated of like why this flow, why it just can't flow the way that you would like it to, why you can't just receive what you need from this or what you're wanting from this here too. And with the coffin here, between the energy between you, it does say new beginnings and liberation and reborn and things like that. So there is potential. I do feel like if both parties are open to it, for a new beginning. Or maybe it feels like it's over between you with the coffin, but maybe there's not, those nails aren't fully in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that phrase, then it's the final nail in the coffin. Maybe there's the coffin, but it's not. It feels like something's not done yet. It feels like something's not over yet. And I think that maybe both of you may be picking up on this a little bit here too. And that could be causing some questions, right? So maybe even a little confusion. But I feel like the liberation is a big theme for you and potentially them too. Anything that was holding you guys back. This could be from what you feel like you deserve and what you feel like you need from a connection. This could be from what they feel they need to do in a connection. Or like if this person has tendencies to self-sabotage, or if they let their fears or their ego get in the way, or vice versa. You know, it's like being liberated from that. But it's also coming to a new understanding. And I think this person, like I said, they're not quite there yet, but they're in that chamber. And there's an understanding that it awaits them. But I feel like they haven't really been feeling like themselves lately. They haven't really been feeling like their best self lately. And I feel like they wonder a lot about this situation, and they wonder a lot about you and what you're going through, and if are you okay. And the imagery on this hermit too, it kind of feels like with the phone being reached out like that, but it's also the hermit card. It's like, yeah, they have a million things to do and all that, but they still have to make time for themselves. But I feel like there's something very significant about this phone. The imagery, like making that call, or like maybe like it's only like a phone call away, but yet they're focused on something else. Like maybe like they're not doing that right now, if that makes sense. Like it's almost like they picked up the phone to call, or they picked up the phone to text, but either they just can't bring themselves to do it, or there's something on the other end that's not bringing it through. Like an example would be like this person's blocked or something, but like, or they could be waiting for a call. But there's something very specific about the phone, and it even looks like it's almost like ringing up here too. I just heard challenges with that. And one thing too that it's like they may have like family around them, or like a job and other things that they need to do, but this person feels quite isolated right now. They feel quite lonely, or they feel quite alone. Now, if you were somebody that they felt like they could confide in, or like that understood them, and you know the situation between you isn't the best right now, or you guys are little to no contact right now, I definitely feel like it is affecting them here. And I do think that this person has been doing a tremendous amount of reflecting. And it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts to look at themselves like that. And that's maybe why their mental health when it comes to the situation isn't necessarily the best. If this person caused you any pain too, or if, like, say they're the reason why this is the way it is or you're feeling this way, I think that they're dealing with unseen emotions and unseen feelings of shame and also of guilt as well. And I'm actually, like, getting a little emotional as I'm, like, saying it. But this could have triggered, whether it's two sides of the same coin, like the abandonment issues on both sides. This person can feel like they're not good enough for you. Their actions could have made you feel like there was something wrong or like not enough. And it just feels like there was something very significant that happened here that either you said, I can't do that anymore, I can't go through that anymore, I'm not going to put up with that. Or they may have decided that you deserved better. And they're like there's something about dealing with consequences here. With the liberation here too, it's something that keeps standing out to me too. It feels like there's a want to completely rid of any of these like residual feelings, this lingering energy, to just be like, okay, I want to be good, I want to be fine. And I think that with the Strength card here too, you're reaching that destination for sure. I think this person, and it could be like the timing is a little bit off too. Like, for example, like when you're starting to feel like that, this person the energy starts to work through them and stuff. And so, I don't know, I'm just feeling like for some reason, it's like both of you just couldn't be on the same page or aren't on the same page at the same time. And that could be very specific. That doesn't have to be for everybody. But if that's something that you resonate with, then there you go. But I feel like you're trying your best to be strong, and like you recognize your strength, and you recognize too the things that you have to offer as well. And you, like we said, you recognize that they should be recognized and appreciated. And that's not too much to ask for, you know? And I think that this person does appreciate them, although it's very challenging. And I think that they just may not fully quite understand it all the way. Because I think there's something very spiritual about that. And that's very much 12th house energy too. It's that spirit energy, that like all the unseen things and stuff. And so they may not even know that they're going through this transformation. They may feel quite stuck. This connection feels very intense. It feels very passionate. It feels very like fiery. It also feels very intense too. And I'm hearing that you're just trying your best to get along. You're doing your best with what you got. And I think that's enough too. Well, do we want to... Is there anything else, Spirit? The overall energy? I heard the frustrations are valid. There's also unseen things that are happening behind the curtain that may not quite make sense right now. And I'm also hearing some of you may roll your eyes to that too, which is fine. It's fine. It's just, Spirit said I can't tell all my secrets. What the heck? Okay, now you're getting cheeky here. I just heard we'll see. Jeez, sorry I asked. I feel like the crown is very significant. That sovereignty. You know, that fix your crown queen, fix your crown king type of energy. Your crown's always there and it's not falling. It may feel like it though. For some of you, the song King Without a Crown could be very significant. If you want to listen to it, I can add it to your channeled songs too. I had one already. I don't remember what it is. I can add it to there, King Without a Crown. If you want to listen to it on your own, it's by Modest Yahoo. But I'll add it. I'll add it. Actually, write that down. I should write that down. I'll add it. I'll remember, guys. I promise I'll remember. I know I'm known for being very forgetful, but I will remember. I'll write it down immediately after. It's literally a crown. I can't forget, okay? And I like how there's a person that's feeling not enough is the crown is right on top. So it's like the energy of this connection is like just wanting to feel good enough, wanting to be enough, wanting to provide enough, wanting to have enough, wanting to be seen, wanting to be appreciated, wanting to be valued from both ends, you know? And these are human needs and these aren't anything that's abnormal. But it's like the frustration part is like, why can't that just happen? Why? What's going on with the other person where they're not able to do that, and vice versa? I had some cards come out, which we didn't even ask the question, so I'm going to put them back. We have the Eight of Rings with the Eight of Pentacles and the Spirit of Rings here too. Spirit could be saying too, for those of you that are feeling like if you guys are working on something, or maybe both of you right now are trying your best to just put in your efforts to the things that you can control, to your physical things, your works, your needs, your job. If you have something that you've been wanting to do too, Spirit's saying to do that. I know sometimes those messages come through, even though it's not like a career message or anything like that, Spirit will still, you know, use the floor. So if you feel like, especially with this Chamber of Soul Gifts, like if you have something that you want to do or you want to create, there's something about the things that you've been through, your experiences and all of that, of course when you feel ready to, but like of putting forth, because they're like connected for some of you. So okay, now we're gonna ask the question, what does this person truly want from pile 3 and from this connection? What does this person truly want from pile 3 in this connection? We have the Dawn of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, I believe. And we have Judgment. Uh-oh. These cards are quite sticky too, so I probably will just take the top ones. We have the Eight of Wands. Because when they're sticky, they're always going to come with like 2 or 3. Can't help it. We have the Eight of Swords. We have 2 eights next to each other as well. Okay, so clarifying the Dawn of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Clarifying the Judgment. This is 2 cards. I knew it. Oh, these are stuck though. What's happening? Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. What was under that? I was just curious. Or the Four of Rings. Don't mind me. We're getting the cards out there and then we're going to talk about it. Sometimes the process isn't as pretty or as perfect as we like. And I'm sure you guys know all about that, right? Okay, so clarifying the Eight of Wands. What do we got? We have the Five of Cups. Clarifying the Eight of Swords. We have Fortitude, which this is the Strength card with vitality and courage. Yeah, that's very telling to what this person truly wants from you and from this connection. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, what I would assume this person wants a future here. I do think they want stability. I do think they want something of substance. And I think that they genuinely want this from you. Now, the Eight of Swords and the Strength card is very telling too about their desires and what they want from here. They don't want to be fearful anymore. Like, they want to be able to see the truth, to come out of this period of whatever it is that they've been going through, this mental anguish, this overthinking, these fears, all of this, and they want to be able to, I would even go as far as saying, I was going to say they want to be able to have a talk with you. They want to be able to have, whether it's reconciliation or closure, but they want to say how they feel and they want to express themselves. I'm getting emotional wanting to talk about this. They want to express themselves with a way without the burdens, without the control of their own mind, of their own ego, and they want to just be able to put all their fears and reservations aside and do what it is they feel like they need to do. That's something that they want, because they feel like they also want the best outcome from that too, don't get me wrong, but it's like they are understanding, and I think that's where this is from. They're understanding that there's something within them that is holding them back. There's something within them that is blocking them. There's something within them that needs to be changed or to be removed. And it's not like you can just remove all the fear, but I think it's the courage and the strength of building that to overcome, to not succumb to it. And I think that this is a lot to do with the self-expression and what they're going through and how they're feeling. One of the things, and if I'm just being blatantly honest with the Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups, one of the things that they're wanting from this connection and from you, which I don't think it's necessarily from you, is they just don't want to feel this way anymore. I think they want to fix it. They don't want to feel this way anymore. They're in this place. It literally says dwelling and avoidance, but the Five of Cups is loss and sadness and those empty cups and not having that, right? And the Eight of Wands is that energy of moving through it, working through it, getting through it. And I genuinely think that's what they want. Now, I think that with the Ten of Pentacles and these other cards, they want something here with you, but if they can just get out alive at the end of the day and not have to feel these feelings anymore, I think that they would want that too, because of this tough energy that they're in. And I think that with the Judgment and the Queen of Swords, they feel that if they were to try to rewrite the past, or if they were to try to, I guess I shouldn't say rewrite the past, I should say right past wrongs, or if they were to come to you and say, I am a changed person, I want this differently, I want to start this over, I have learned, they would want you to be in an energy that believes them and that is receptive and probably wouldn't reject them. Or even with the Judgment here too, maybe there's fears of being judged, right? And depending on your situation, you may have every right to feel how you feel or like to do that too, right? But in their eyes, they would want it to work out in a way where you're open and receptive. And I just heard not mean to them. And maybe they've done some things for some of you that have angered you, that have made you feel this way, right? And you have every right to do what you feel you need to do and to protect yourself and to feel how you feel. This isn't about changing how you feel. It's about what they truly want. And maybe those don't always coincide, right? But what can you do? I do feel like this portal energy with this Judgment card is something that's important as well too. And I think that what they would really like to, but they may not be able to do is to change the past, or to change what had happened, or to change recent events. And they know that's not possible, but maybe they could change your attitude about it, or maybe they could change how you feel about it. But first, this person has to change within themselves. Like we said, the one of the most prominent messages is this person is transforming, they are changing, they're going through it, but they're in that in-between place. They're not quite there. And, okay, this one's kind of funny too. So another thing that they want from the Dawn of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, I think that they would like to wake up with a specific message from you, or a specific phone call from you. That could be that energy of like kind of maybe checking their phone or something, but like, and they just, something that would kind of ease it or validate them or make it all right. Another thing is that they want from you and from this connection is the answers and a way to navigate it, a way to control it, that where it works out in their favor with this Wheel of Fortune here too. It says reflection and diligence, but I'm more of like the adaptation and the elevation on the Wheel of Fortune here too. I think that they want the answers that they need to where they can get the outcome that they want here. What do I got to do? What do I got to say? You know, that kind of thing. How can I make you believe me? How can I make you see me? How can I make you on my side again? How can I make you, whether it's how can I make you forgive me? I don't want to keep feeling this way. I don't want to keep being in this energy. But also, I just feel so stuck. I feel so stuck. I feel like I can't, there's nothing I can do to overcome it. It feels like I can, you know, it may take strength, but why does it feel so hard? Why is this so challenging for me? Why does it feel so impossible, you know? And if this is because, just depending again on your situation, their actions or things that they have done, I do feel like that 12th house energy is this deep, and even this 5 of Cups energy is like this deep, like sitting in it, having to feel it. They don't feel worthy just as much as they may have reflected that onto you, or maybe it feels like that way vice versa. And I just feel like this is really hard for them, and I feel like they are going through a really challenging, hard time right now. I can feel it in my heart. And the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom. What do we have that underneath? The Devil, codependency, the 5 of Swords, resentment, and there's that Queen of Cups. Yeah. I think that they would like to rewrite this story in a way that works out, not only just for them, but for you too. And I think that there had to be some sort of realizations for this. All of these messages today have been very deep and very profound. Like, I'm not going to be, I don't want to like offend anyone, but like when I was going into this, I'm like, what do they truly want? I'm like, is it just like sex? Do they want a relationship? But like, I swear to God, all of these have been so much deeper than that, of like spirits like, no, we're going into their soul and we're going to tell you what they truly want, even if they don't even know. Like the other readings, like the other piles, like even if they don't even really know. Like, I was like, oh geez, like you're taking me there. It's crazy. All right, let's get some channeled messages here. Spirit, what does this person truly want from pile 3 and this connection? Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. They could be wanting something physical here. And I don't mean physical like just sex. I mean like if it's up in the air, if they're in their head, if it's uncertainty, they want the stability that the earth provides, tangible evidence, something I can touch, something I can feel. We have the 10 of Pentacles here too, you know. Also, if you're an earth sign, then hey, let's just say they want you. Bottom of the deck, we have I feel stupid. I was kind of picking up on that a little bit too. We're judged. Maybe even if it's coming from themselves, you know. All right, Spirit, what do they truly want from pile 3 in this connection? Tell us. I'm obsessed with my career. Now, we did have that 10 of, no, not 10 of Pentacles, but that 8 of Pentacles and things like that. And so this person could want to be also in a more stable place too. And I feel like this is coming for a reason, because if they feel like they aren't good enough in other ways, they may want to compensate in financial ways or to have stability. Like an example of this, which it sounds kind of sweet, would be like, but not always, depending on the situation, I guess, because you don't want to feel trapped, but it would be like, well, if I can't, you know, if I can't feel enough for pile 3, at least maybe I can have like a home, or I can own a home that pile 3 can come to, or you know what I'm saying, or I can try to provide for pile 3 in a way that maybe, you know, they'll like and stuff. And it could also be, again, with the not enough energy, that they're just trying to feel good about themselves in that aspect too, because they feel so low, or they feel very triggered, or they, all of these things here too. Yeah, look, I'm getting my financial situation together. I feel like they want to have something of substance physically too. It's like they don't want to look like a bum, or they don't want to look like a loser. They don't, and I know that's very egoic and stuff, but they want to have that, even if it is to impress you or it's to fill a void within themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's something that they do truly want, and it's something that I feel like would help them have the confidence to pursue this connection again, or to show you, look, I'm doing so much better. Look, I'm responsible now. Look, I can do that, you know, that sort of thing. And like I said, it could be like ego and things like that, but it's a truth of something that they want. Okay, what else, Spirit? Let's get one more from this deck and then we'll do the other one. What does this person truly want? And they could also want you to see them with all of this energy. Like they could want you to see them in a light that they feel you would be proud of, or that you would appreciate, or you would be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And even if that's not how you roll, if that's not how you work, it's like, it's something that they can do. It's something that they can control. And it also helps them too. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's still beneficial for them, but this is about you. What is something that they truly want? I do think they want to get physical with you too, though, especially with that passion and everything. Like, I do think they want a physical connection, whether that's just to connect with you physically, or there's like sexual notes behind that too. I am picking up on that. Ooh, so we have you're too clingy, I need space in a relationship. But the question is, what do they truly want from you and from this connection? And I feel like I can't help but to say, like, this is still tied to being enough. But if this person has avoidant tendencies, I think that there may be something here about still kind of keeping that sense of independence, but yet having the connection that they want to. And Spirit is saying too, for most of you, that this person doesn't want to come off as needy and desperate. And sometimes I think that you've made them feel like that. And they may be, whether or not they may hold back on acting like that, or they may be hesitant due to like pride, that's how they feel on the inside. And I think that's tied to this not enough energy. Bottom of the deck, you've ruined me by exposing me to a heaven with you. I don't know. Why did that for some reason, that's a really cute message, but for some reason that like made me feel like they're, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Like when I read that, like I don't know why I like scoffed at it. Maybe I'm picking up on one of you guys. That does happen sometimes, so. But normally when that comes out, I'm like, oh, like it's so cute. It's so cute and it's like poetic. And trust me, I love stuff like that. Like I eat it up. But like, there was something behind that where I was like questioning it. Before I even shuffle the bottom of the deck, I know I messed up big time. That was weird. Okay. Continuing on though. Spirit, what is something that this person truly wants from pile 3 in this connection? Nope, this one's falling out. It's falling out. Did you put a spell on me? I think that's why. They want to know why they feel this way, why there's this intensity, maybe why it's not going away. Maybe they want to know, did you put a spell on them? But a lot of the times, especially with the soul gift energy, I would say honestly you are the spell. Like you physically are the spell. With the soul gift energy, they just don't quite understand that fully. And sometimes when people assume or even think that, oh, someone's spiritual, so they must have put a spell on me, it kind of is like a way to not have to look at themselves or take the accountability away from themselves. Like, no, these are your feelings. This is happening because of you. You get what I'm saying? What is something that this person truly wants from pile 3 in this connection? Oops, I almost dropped a whole stack. Oh, this one almost fell out. I'm not good at the emotional stuff. They probably, that's that energy too. They probably want to be better at expressing themselves or be able to express themselves in the way that they know you need, or just a connection in general needs. Bottom of the deck, we have tomorrow we can start again. I just want to hear your voice again, and I don't deserve you. This makes me think too that that new beginning, like maybe it can be different. Maybe we can change this outcome. Maybe it doesn't have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff we were kind of talking about earlier too. Okay, for some reason I want one more from this deck. I was going to be done 3 and 3, but let's get one more. Spirit, what is something this person truly... Oh, there it is. I think you're the one. What the heck? I feel like they're like, I need answers. This could also be like they want to tell you this, or if they truly think that you're the one, that's something that they want and need from this, they feel they want and need from this connection would just be you and this connection. I just heard that they may be having doubts and stuff, and so naturally probably due to circumstances and things like that. And so with that being said, one of the things that they want is they want to know. They want to know, are you the one for me? Is this it? Wow. All right, guys, heavy energy. We're gonna get some further confirmation. Some zodiac signs here for you guys. Spirit, what are some significant zodiac signs for pile 3? Scorpio, okay. Transformation energy. That's that death card energy too. We have Taurus. The Wheel of Fortune, that just reminded me, Scorpio and Taurus are fixed signs as well too. And the Wheel of Fortune in the original tarot deck has all the fixed signs as well too. Which is like, it's the seasons, right? And so is this the season that it's supposed to be? Like, is it fixed or is it mutable? Are we able to work with this? Are we able to transition through this? Weird. We have Aries, cardinal, taking that action. And Aquarius. So we did have a lot of fixed signs here. Okay. Sorry, I had to stretch. Okay. This is a long one for me today, guys. They're stuck to me. Significant initial, Spirit. What do we got? We have an M. We have a W. An I. A Q. Oh, we have two I's. A Z. A C. A T. A D. This makes me think of like commit or comment. An E. An F. A P. And a G. All right. So those are the initials. A little bit less than usual, but that's okay. This person could like country music. Maybe country music could be significant. But don't worry if you didn't see their initial or their zodiac sign. If this reading resonated with you and you feel it and you feel like it was for you, we also had the beginning part and stuff like that too. No worries. It's just meant to be a little extra confirmation, but you're allowed to decide what's for you and what's not for you regardless of confirmation or not, okay? But that seems to be it. That is, yeah. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I forgot something in the last reading I did, and so now I'm like, oh, am I forgetting? Am I forgetting? I don't think so. You guys want an angel card? Okay, let's get an angel card. I have the deck right here. If you're still here, here we go. If you're not, then you snooze, you lose. Spirit, let's get one angel card, one message for pile 3. I didn't do this with any other pile either, so don't tell the other piles. Ooh, I just saw farewell. Okay, we're gonna get that one and then we're gonna get... Okay. So we have 924. What's the other one, Spirit? The angel card. Set priorities. Say no to distractions moving forward. Immediate action is required. Your angels call you to prioritize what you want. There are many distractions around you presently, and the challenge is to keep your mindset on your true desire. Eliminate the distractions today by postponing or declining anything that isn't essential. Again, for some of you with that message too, if you guys have things that you need to accomplish or that you want to do and stuff like that, Spirit saying like, do it. Also, priorities could just be about yourself. What makes you feel good? Maybe moving yourself to the top of the podium. For an example would be like, of course, if you have kids though, an example would be like if you have kids, of course, they're in your top priorities. They should be, but still making time for yourself and doing what makes you feel good. Putting yourself as that number one. Just for certain things or while you can, you know, in the meantime as well. But Spirit is also saying what you prioritize will reflect and what you're receiving, what you're getting too. So either seeds that you plant, energy that you put into, and it could go both ways. You can put your energy into worry and fear and avoidance, right? And then so that's what you'll get from that is eventually, like, probably like with the avoidance, not where you want to be, or at least not where you want to be as fast, right? If you set your priorities to forward movement, taking the next steps, or even if you put it into yourself and stuff like that, you know, you'll start to see that eventually reflected in yourself. So prioritize what you feel is most important to you. Okay, so farewell. Look fondly on what was. It's okay to look back on the past with a thankful heart. Your angels see that you are letting go of things that once served you well, and they remind you that it's necessary to do so. Take a few moments to visualize their loving light surrounding you. Send your angels and yourself gratitude as you let go of the past. I do think, I had to make sure we were still rolling. I do think that this is about your healing journey too, and the things that you are learning about yourself, discarding, like all of the things that we have to let go, or the things that usually limit us, or the mechanisms that we learned as a child. And I think that this is just a part of your profound healing journey that you're already on, and it's okay to let go. And I think that you are in this energy of becoming and recognizing, whether it's recognizing old versions of yourself or it's becoming new versions of yourself, or all of the above. You know, it's all a part of your process, and we have to let go of certain things, whether that's fears, limitations, people, our old set of standards, our old set of doing things, our old ways of doing things, and stuff like that. But usually something to be gained requires some sort of sacrifice, and that could be like, that's the alchemy too. But like an example would be like, if you want, say like if you want a loving relationship, you know, you're going to have to sacrifice settling, or sacrifice maybe your old ways of going about things, or the old type of people, maybe some of your exes, you know what I'm saying? If you want lots of money and you have a career, you're probably going to have to sacrifice some time. You know, you're going to have to sacrifice your time and your energy. It depends on what you're willing and wanting to sacrifice, but everything to gain something, it usually requires some sort of sacrifice. That's kind of the deal of life here. Bottom of the deck, we have personal journey. Valuable lessons have been learned. Your angels are proud of you. Your angels are proud of your personal journey and you of self-truth and personal responsibility. This journey is a result of your choosing to learn valuable lessons from past mistakes. Write a list of what you have changed in your life since learning a valuable lesson. I love that. I love that. It's like confirmation that you're where you need to be. You are learning. You are growing. So don't be too hard on yourself. But I am going to leave this reading here at this point in time, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me. For those of you that stayed like this whole hour too, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you to those who like the videos. Such a simple way to show support. Thank you to those who comment and share your love, share your experiences, share your wisdom, share what pile you chose, all of it. All of it. Thank you so much. And thank you to those who are a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, which is just being a subscriber. I couldn't do it without you, and I am so grateful for every single one of you. So thank you so much. If you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. That's pretty much it, and boom, welcome to the family. If you don't though, that's okay. Maybe I'll pop up on your feed or another time, or another reading when you need it. I don't know, randomly the most. They are timeless too, so you never know. But either way, I'll see you guys there. Bye.